What is up, everybody? What is up? My mic's too loud. What is up, everybody? What is up? Now my phone's too loud. Give me a second. All right, guys. I am here. Yeah, that's about all there is to say is I'm here, guys. So what is up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome. Ismeek. What's up, Ismeek? What's up, bud? So my chair has just kaput on me, guys. So we're gonna have to deal with the little old me, I guess. So here I am. I don't know what happened. I'm out doing saving to watch. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, Amanda. No problem. Scuba Sam. I heard you have a channel. I didn't even know you had a channel, Scuba. Can everybody hear me okay? Well, hello, Michelle. Is that right? Yeah. Rude. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay, good. I wasn't for sure because am I loud enough? Because I've had to do some adjustments here. I think that may be better, a little bit better there. Anyways, guys, I am back today. I'm back with another one. Later on tonight, we are actually going to Instagram. Anyways, later on tonight, we're actually going to go to someone's channel and actually give them some subscribers and stuff, guys. And I'm not sure who it's going to be yet. So I want to keep that. I am kind of sure, but I don't want to say right now. Yes, I heard about Captain Kurt, PBR, or PP. Who's that? Is that Progressive Patriot, I guess? Yes, we can hear you. At bare bones. Good. Anyways, I hope everybody's been having a great day today. I have. So I done 2 videos. Amanda, yes. Okay. Yes, I did hear about that. I watched the videos myself. Excuse me. Good food, guys. I'm sorry. I watched the videos myself. Somebody just trying to be someone they're not at the time. That's basically what it boils down to, guys. That's what it is. So let's just say it like it is and be honest about it, because I am that person, just to be honest about it and always have been. It's somebody trying to be somebody that they are not at that time. So it's all about just somebody finding themselves again and continuing down the road that he was continuing down. You can't mock, you can't take anybody else's ways of doing things and make it your own. Once you start a channel, your channel is pretty much what your channel is based on. Plain and simple. You could add things, you could make some switches, but you don't go to someone else's panel and talk to that person. And I get it. The reason why he did it is because probably he thought that would be a nice thing to do and he wouldn't get booted out. That's probably the reason why. But as we know, guys, we stay on both sides. I don't take it for anybody, but I will say that he was being a little bit different. He was not being himself. There we go. That's out of the way. Anyways, I knew I was going to get asked that question. I was prepared for it. I'm subscribed to most of y'all. Much love, respect. Red Rebel Nation. Thank you, Amanda. I really appreciate you, girl. Anyways, you guys, I'm actually going to drop this link. Then we're going to get started with what I have planned here. There we go. It is dropped. Anyone is actually available to join. You just got to wave at me in the backstage and show your face, guys. And that's all I ask for. I don't ask for like a rotation or anything, I guess. But yes, it is very cold here. It is probably 30 degrees. And I am freezing, even though I do got my window open in here. So it probably needs to be shut, but I don't want to. So we love our Rebel Nation here in Mississippi. Cherie? Is that how you pronounce it? Sherry? Yes. So thank you. I appreciate that 100%. I'm not really good with names, especially when they're spelled differently, because you spelled like 4 or 5 different ways. So yes, thank you very much. I'm really appreciative of my Red Rebel Nation family and Creek Squad as well. So very much so. Hey, Scuba Sam, can you wave at me real quick? Screenshot. What are you up to?
Oh, nothing much. I just dyed my hair. My forehead is purple.
Purple?
I made a short about it because I was like, oh, holy shit. Oh, God, what did I do?
That's funny.
It's never done that to me before.
Really?
I've used this hair dye a million times.
Wow. I don't know much about hair dye. I know my wife tried to dye her hair one time, and she used the tub, and we had ended up having to buy a brand new tub because the hair dye basically stained the whole tub. So yes, it was about a $500 hair dye. So, well, the tub was $500. That was kind of, you can take that 2 different ways, I guess. But the tub got stained, so we had to buy a new tub because it was rental at the time. So
yeah, I rent. So not
it was bad. So I mean, and there's nothing wrong with renting, guys.
Yeah. Right now it's really bright pink.
Well, there's nothing wrong with pink. There's nothing wrong with pink at all. So, I used to work with some girls who actually had green hair, and I worked there a year, and I was like, why do they have green hair for? I thought it was like some kind of like maybe Irish type thing or something like that. And no, they just all dyed their hair because they wanted their hair to look alike. So it happens, I guess.
Yeah, I would never do that. That ain't me. I'm one of a kind.
Right. So who all has actually let's get this one. So everybody knows about Ismic. Can you wave at me, bro? There you go.
I don't know why I waved.
I had some weird things happen the other night, bro. So
what up, brother?
I'm not coming in here with no weirdness, bro. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
A little cold, man. A little cold.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Cold. It's cold here, too. It's probably 30 degrees. And I got my window open and my curtain shut. So, but last night I got off here and my hat was wet. And I was like, are you serious? I sweated that much. But the heat was on 73 degrees and I didn't know it. So
that's what mine's on.
Oh, my God. Well, we have an enforced air. So
what is that?
I don't know the difference between that and the other one. I don't know what the difference is.
Is it like central air?
It's central air, yeah. Except it's like it's a different kind of air, I guess. It forces itself through. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I just call it central air. So let's just call it central air.
That's what I have.
But it goes with like 73 degrees, and it literally feels about 73 degrees. So it was very hot in here. Wicked Blood Metal Queen. She's always on me, guys. She is always on me. Stop beating the dead horse. Wicked Blood Metal Queen. I think I know who you are. Do you work at Walmart?
Uh-oh. You're doxing. You're doxing.
I think I know who she is, like personally know who she is. And I seen a picture the other day and I think it's her. So we'll just put it like that. Hello, Bare Bones and everybody. Hello, Skylar. Hey, Deuces, Ismic. What's up? Joker 1014 in the house. What's up, everybody? How's your guys tonight? I am working. Much respect, Bare Bones Creek Squad. Much respect to you, bro. Salute to you. Wicked Blood Metal Queen. I know who you don't lit. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. I know who you are, though. Yes. So that's all that matters. Anyways, personally, okay. Moving on from that. I thought that was her, and it kind of startled me.
Nope, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
she says I started Halloween night. Huh. All right. Well, I'll just come back there and I'll just see if it's you one night and see if it is. And if it is, I'll say hello. How about that? We'll just go on from there. Anyways, guys,
That's how you know
411.
you're famous, when you start to run into people in your real life.
Well, I mean, I worked at Walmart for quite some time, so I have no problem just going back to the break room. So,
Right.
I mean, laugh out loud, you better. Yeah, see, that's her. Yeah.
I used to
Anyways,
work at a little grocery
cool
store,
chick.
and I stop in the break room every now and again when I'm in there.
Yeah. I mean, I went back there the other day because I was actually talking to one of the people, and the people was like, oh, it's weird when you walk out in place and they're like, hey, well, your last video, and we sit and talk about the last video. You know, I mean, it's really weird when that happens to you. But anyways, besides the point, yeah, see, that's her. That's funny stuff. Anyways, 411. You guys, do you know what the 411 is?
I mean, I've heard of it, but I ain't.
Okay, so let's save that for a little bit later. Everybody knows about Kylie Rodney.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, everybody is familiar with that case. And I sound loud. Everybody was familiar with that case. And rumors is that they actually have not closed that case down.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
So it's a little crazy, guys, because I done a video about 5 days ago about Kylie Rodney case.
Mhm.
And I did a reaction to the guy's name I never can remember. Anyways, besides the point, I did a reaction to him, and he was actually talking about it a lot. And
Harsh reality.
Yes. So
I'm trying.
It's not closed yet, but some of the things he touched on was really bothering me today. So what do you guys think? Do you think she was in the car? Do you think the fire cam footage actually caught her car? Do you think?
The main thing I got that I keep going back to is, why the hell did they need 2 body bags when they were pulling the body out of when they were pulling the car out of the water? Why was there 2 body bags?
Right.
Yep.
There was definitely 2 body bags.
Yeah.
Why was there 2 of them if there was just 1 person in that car? You know what I mean? That's. I mean, I know how to do a little simple elementary math, and if you need 2 body bags for 1 body.
At the press conference, when they asked if there was more than 1 person in that car, he hesitated.
Yeah, he definitely did. But
yeah,
I mean, if there's 1 person in that car, then you don't need 2 body bags. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's in 2 separate pieces. They're gonna be 1 body bag for 2 separate pieces of 1 body.
Yeah. And another thing that I gotta add to this too, Isaac, is whenever the woman said whenever they move a body that has been underneath water for that long, it tends to get brittle, if you know what I mean, without going too graphic on it.
Well, that's why I said if it's in 2 pieces, you know what I mean?
So maybe that's the reason why they needed that, because I did watch a video of a woman that broke down how a body works in water.
Yeah.
And I can see that being. Now, whether that was it, I don't know. And we'll probably will never know. But why is the case still open? Why did they say the autopsy? Why do we have doctors coming forward saying the autopsy wasn't all the way done correctly?
Right.
They
they cremated the body, so he can't do another one.
Right. But they said, somebody told me from a true crime channel, said that they hold DNA for up to so long in case they have to redo an autopsy or redo some part of testing. So that is a good thing too. But as far as everything else goes, 2 body bags, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I have a video on my channel that literally says that I don't think that was Kylie Rodney's car being pulled out.
Yeah.
If you look,
somebody said it was a Subaru.
If you look from the top view, it actually has a sunroof in it, guys, in 2 different spots. Yeah. So what vehicle was that at that time? So, I mean, Could I be wrong? Sure, I could be wrong, but it is what it looks like is usually what it is. I mean, camera lenses, camera flares, the water rippling, reflection from a white vehicle to the top is not going to put that kind of like have that mirror look on top of the vehicle, and
like
it looked like
glass.
And it looked like a Subaru with two different sunroofs.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go on further to say that as well. What do you guys think about that? Have you guys looked into that?
Oh yeah.
What that and that new girl that came up missing that they found the next day, like
Trinity.
Trinity, yes, Trinity Backus. Yes.
Has anybody heard what kind of car she had?
Did not. No.
Now, who's to say that them 2 body bags wasn't for her and Kylie? I mean, they say she came up missing a month later, or however long later. But who's to say that wasn't that girl in that water? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know about that, so I'm gonna say that I don't think that. But as far as like the Backus case, that's weird too. We're gonna get on that in a minute. We're gonna talk about 3 different cases in a 2-hour time period.
Weird.
So
that's definitely weird.
Right. So now we're back on Kylie Rodney. So whenever they done Kylie Rodney, whenever they found her, whenever the mother was meeting her at Starbucks to actually have coffee with her, and then they was going to go camping, I do believe is what they was going to do. But her mom went on to say that the boyfriend was one of the best, lovingest boyfriends that Kylie Rodney could ever have. But then we go.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I was saying he seemed a little rough with her.
And he did. That's what I believe too. He did. And
be right back. I'm going to some drink.
No problem, bro. He did, and I thought the same thing whenever her mom said it. I was just like, are you serious? The most lovingest boyfriend she could have. But if he was he was gone, wasn't he? Wasn't he 3 hours away?
He supposedly lived in Napa with his dad.
Yeah.
And then I also heard that not long after that, he lived with Kylie's mom.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard that he actually moved in with Kylie's mom.
And that's just weird.
That's really weird. I mean, how old was Kylie?
16.
So you have a 16-year-old girl with a boyfriend that's living there.
Yep.
Do you know what? That's not okay with me. That's just not okay with me. And it shouldn't be okay with any adult.
No.
Not at all.
I couldn't even have girls over to my house when I was a teenager, guys.
I mean, I was able to have sleepovers with my girlfriend and stuff at 16, but I mean, for him to be living in that house after she died, that's
weird, bro.
That's very weird. I mean, that just says what's going on with him and the mom, you know? I mean, I don't want to speculate, but who are we not to speculate, you know?
Right.
Well, I mean, this is type of the Kylie Rodney case is the type that you have to speculate on and think outside the box, because
there's no other choice.
If you think inside the box, none of it makes sense. Right. If you think outside the box, none of it makes sense any way you go about it.
Right.
I think there's a serial killer or something out there, dude.
Well, I was actually reading about serial killer guys, and serial killers. Okay, before I go on that far, why was there older people at this party?
Yep.
They said there was, but there's no proof of anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
There's no real proof of an actual party. You know what I mean?
No.
That's what makes me think it's a serial killer. They're trying to say it was a party just so, you know, that's some type of alibi for the older people that were there or something.
Yeah. Some half-assed Photoshop pictures.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know if y'all paid attention to anything. I mean, I know it's not on the national news like around the country, but here in New Orleans, there's a string of shootings that happened on the interstate, just between this one section of interstate. Like, it's probably a 10-mile section of interstate that I forget how many people it was in 2019 it started. There was like 20-something shootings. Then every year since then, it's gradually been getting more and more through that one section of interstate.
Right.
So, and they're not broadcasting it all over the country. Why not? You know what I mean? It's sickening.
Some of them's not even getting half of the publicity that it would be if, say, like Ryan Upchurch put something on his channel.
Right.
The news isn't even getting that much in half of the towns, guys.
Yeah, and then if it does, you know, if a famous person does speak about it, they try to silence him.
Yeah. Or they try to say that he can't speak with his own mind. See, that's what I'm looking towards is we have all these kids going up missing, and I've said it every single day, and I've thought about this all day long about the Kylie Rodney case, and we're moving on to the trash. So when they found this out, where was all this trash at from this party? Who picked up this trash? How come no one was questioned about the trash?
A trash pile from a party of 300 is going to be substantially large. It's going to be
right.
It's going to be a lot of trash.
Not to mention, it's probably going to be fires started out there and everything else by the water, wherever it may be. I'm from the country, so I know how them parties go. You start fires, you stay out there until the next morning. If somebody comes, you normally don't run, guys, because there's no other way out of that place.
Nope. And then if you go and look at the footage from the tower, the fire tower, there's no fires or nothing lit nowhere.
There's nothing but headlights.
There's a bunch of cars moving everywhere.
Yeah, that's it.
That's weird.
It. I mean, so they said there was a mass exodus in this party. So if there's a mass exodus, there's no other way into the spot where they was at, guys, except through the water.
Yeah,
exactly.
If someone come head on to them, they're going to know who that person is. How are they going to actually maneuver around these cars to get around at someone that's trying to hurt somebody?
Right. And not only that, the mass exodus was right around the time her car went into the water, according to that footage.
Right.
But I don't know. This shit's weird.
It's very weird because, we can speculate all we want. We can talk about it all we want, but it's a proven fact that this case does not make sense. And even doctors has come forward and said the autopsies don't make sense neither.
Right.
So, I mean, it does nothing but make you speculate. Well, they've really showed us no proof that Kylie Rodney was in the vehicle. They've not really showed us no proof of anything to do with Kylie Rodney. And then you have another person coming along and finding a laptop and finding all this stuff. Am I saying this guy is evolved? I am not saying that, guys. So I want to clear that up right now. But what I am saying is, if the car is setting at an angle, who flipped over the car?
Right.
Was it AWP? Was it the cops? Because I heard it was AWP who flipped over the car. But then again, I heard that it was the cops that flipped over her car.
Well, I mean, I don't think AWP would flip over that car because of the simple fact they were experienced in situations like that. They wouldn't flip over the car. They even said it. They wouldn't flip over the car without sealing up the windows first.
They were told to leave the scene.
Yeah, they were told to leave the scene basically as soon as the cops arrived. So for them to flip over the car, one, that's a no. Everybody should know. And if you watch the CSI fucking episode, according to CSI's ways of doing it, you don't do that. And that's just a TV show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That whole case, it screams cover up from top to bottom, in my opinion.
It is. I think it's a cover up too, and it's sad because whenever you have moving on to the celebration of life, guys. Whenever you have a celebration of life for somebody, are you really dancing with their friends?
Hell no.
Are you really acting like you're 30 years old, 20 years old?
Well, in New Orleans, they do what they call a second line. It's a celebration of life.
All right.
And they actually have a little miniature parade, where they will bring the casket with the body in the casket down the street, and people are dancing, and the parents of said child, they are dancing, and it's just culture in New Orleans. It's called.
And that's in New Orleans.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to go to New Orleans. Just the history of New Orleans.
It's a deep rooted history here, man, and we have some very weird ways, like the haunted history of New Orleans, man. The whole city of New Orleans is built on the Indian burial ground.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's what I want to go for.
I've studied New Orleans a lot about New Orleans.
Halloween in New Orleans is a very weird. I'm not gonna say weird when you live here, but from outsiders, it's a very weird place to travel for Halloween.
I'm a very weird person.
But I mean, for them to dance and do like that in California, you know, I don't know what they're accustomed to for funerals and whatnot. But here in New Orleans, we do that. You know, it's called a second line.
Right. So I guess that's something you have to be used to. Now, moving on to the celebration of life, you know, the mom was there dancing with the teenagers. People was there that they didn't even show half of the people that was there. They only showed what, 6 people, I do believe, maybe 15, 6 to 15 people they showed. And then they had the mom with their fingers in a circle. In that circle, guys, I was actually talking to somebody, and that circle she said was actually like Wicca. That's what she said. That circle
Like
was
a
actually
spell or something?
no. It's like old, like younger to older in a circle, basically. It's like a Wicca. That's what she said. Now she knows quite a bit about that stuff, so I'm actually gonna go with what she said about the fingers. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I seen it, but I don't know what Wicca is.
And the fingers was on the stone, the rings, the fingers. It was a middle finger. All of them was a middle finger. She went on and explained it in more detail, but I'm not going to go in that much detail about stuff because I don't know it, but that's actually what she said.
My mom practices that. She's done it for over 20 years. That's why I must have missed that.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then I also heard that was more of like a, not a Roman thing, but kind of like, what is them other people called? Anyways, it's kind of like a Roman type thing, but it's not Roman, guys. I don't know what the word is yet. I will think of that, but it is more Wicca.
It's like a magic thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So, and that goes with everybody saying that they practice this stuff there. You see what I'm saying? You see where my story is going?
Yeah.
And that's fine as long as it's not the bad stuff.
Right. So they
say light magic and dark magic and
right.
Wicca.
Right. So they say that in Truckee, they have the Burning Man. So the Wicca, the Burning Man offerings, you put offerings in the bottom of the Burning Man, you light it on fire. That's basically your offerings. Your offerings. See, this thing could be literally thought about 15, 20 different ways, guys.
Right.
I mean, because have you guys ever played the game Dead by Daylight?
No.
Okay, well, Dead by Daylight is a game where you actually go and you're hunted by a killer.
Yeah, like from horror movies and stuff, huh?
Yes, so you hide from him, you finish generators. If you get killed, he hangs you on a hook 3 times. And at the end of that, if you have like a bag or something on you, you actually drop it, and that's actually an offering. So that game is kind of the same way. And I'll be the first to say I absolutely love that game. So there's nothing wrong with playing games like that, guys. I'm just pointing out to what Truckee has actually been known for. So, I mean, it goes on. The roots in Truckee go deep, guys, as far as worshiping the wrong stuff. It's actually everywhere, guys. So moving on from that, as far as like the Burning Man goes, it is an offering. No matter how you look at that, it is an offering because you put the stuff in the bottom. People put bicycles on the bottom of the Burning Man.
That's crazy.
That's weird.
I mean, so
I had an ex that played that game, and she was into it to the fullest.
I bring you this bike.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So you give them your belongings in the bottom of the Burning Man, and so yeah, it's an offering.
Wow.
So it's crazy, guys. So that goes on with the fingers around the circle, the Burning Man, Kylie Rodney. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on in places that we have no clues about unless we look into it. And then if we look into it too much, we kind of feel kind of weird about it because you don't want to talk about it. It's made to be like that. One plain and simple. Anyways, guys, Jamis is in the back. Can you wave at me, Jamis? All right. What's up, bro?
What's up?
No.
Nothing much, man. So we're on the Kylie Rodney case. What do you know about the Kylie Rodney case?
Oh, what can I say right now? I watch it all for the past few months, and yes, yeah, you guys got your opinions. I don't, I don't know. What do
Right,
you
right.
think?
Well, I mean, we've been talking about it for a minute, and I think that it's a weird situation that I wouldn't want to be in, and I wouldn't want to be the parent in the situation of that weird situation.
Right.
Well, all I say is there's two people that know what happened, and that is the person it happened to and God. So
Right,
we just have to pray that whatever happened, we just have to pray that I don't know. It's sometimes it can be very hard. How to so many things happen.
right, right.
We had a case here. A guy he killed a 2-year-old little girl this year at the hotel, and the whole town just went crazy over social media. It was
Wow.
ridiculous. Finally, people, I said, hey, people are starting to get. Oh, it's bad, man. When you something like this happens, what do? They say have so many speculations, so many theories. So
Right.
you just have to, just agree to disagree sometimes.
Right, right. So we'll move on with this situation from Kylie Rodney, guys, because the Kylie Rodney case we know we could talk about. You could talk about it forever, and you could speculate 20 different things each and every day about what may have happened and what may not have happened. How many of you guys have been actually following the four college students who actually was found in their house dead? How many people have you? Nobody?
I ain't
Yeah,
heard about that.
that's weird.
So these 3 girls and a guy went to get something to eat at this place, at this truck that actually is on Twitch. It's Cheesy Truck, biggest cheesy truck Twitch or something like that. Anyways, they're known from Twitch. They actually go and they get something from this truck. They go home. There's a whole bunch of video footage. Doesn't show anything of anybody did anything wrong. But when they get home the next morning, they're found dead in their house, and they're not for sure how it happened. There was no camera footage of anybody entering the home, following them home, or nothing. So these 4 people was found dead in the house, and they really don't even know what happened to them.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
College
I haven't heard
students in
about that.
Idaho.
And
Well, I think it was. And a lot of people was speculating that the truck may have actually poisoned them, but that's not true. I'm going to clear it up right now. That's not true because they released footage showing the kids inside of the truck as they was working. So that's not true.
They said something about it may have been a crime of passion, but the public shouldn't worry. What?
They don't even
Why?
know.
Tell us why then.
They don't even know. They don't even know what happened to these people.
Right.
This has been 3 days now, 4 days now, and they still don't have any clues how these 4 people was found inside their home dead.
What is happening in Idaho?
what's happening in the United States?
Dude,
It is
yeah.
crazy. And I just started following stuff like this probably about a year ago, guys. So this is kind of new to me, but it's not. But I've always studied, people and stuff like that, and cases and stuff. So I mean, this is a case that is it's not even really mainstream, guys.
Mm-mm.
I mean, there's some people that doesn't even know who Michael Vaughn is.
Right.
The little kid still, and it's been almost a year and a half. So, I mean, I done a video on Michael Vaughn today, and it's at 300 views, and that goes to tell me that nobody really knows about Michael Vaughn.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? But just because it has that less views, I'm not going to stop putting stuff out about the little boy. I'm not going to do it. That's
if
not
that was
me.
my child, I would want somebody to stand up and help.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, I mean, but Michael Vaughn doesn't want YouTubers bothering them. But look,
but you're not bothering her. You're just helping, with a video, putting his name out there.
There is some people coming forward, calling and trying to get information from the police station, more information on what they should actually probably have.
We know who that is.
Just to put it on YouTube to make more money than the next person, guys. This is what the YouTube is actually coming to, guys.
Yeah, it's crazy.
is people just wanting to make money. So they're
Right,
gonna
so
actually.
I'm looking right here, and it says this: the 4 college kids. It says evidence indicates it was a targeted attack. So
Really,
yeah, I'm reading right here right
that's
now.
crazy. How long ago was that posted?
Today
Was it okay? Okay,
at
because
11:51 a.m.
Plunder had a thing on her channel, and I was watching it, and yeah, it broke down the whole thing. The video, it was 4 hours and some odd minutes of nothing but video footage of these girls outside of this truck. So I mean, so yeah, but what has happened that people just doesn't know anything anymore?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
weird.
4 people dies and you just don't know how it happened.
And then everybody wants to look the other way.
Yep.
It's like, fuck that.
I mean, look at these 4 girls and these 3 girls and 1 boy. Then you have Michael Vaughn. Then you have Kylie Rodney. Well, it's the other way around, but I'm not going to put them in order. It's Kylie Rodney. And then you go on about the other girl in California.
Who's to say Jalissa Fuentes wasn't chased off that mountain?
Who goes to say that? And they never said that she was actually fell asleep or anything, guys.
Yep.
They never said that she fell asleep at the wheel. All they said that she bought a blunt wrap. So you put marijuana with driving and it being at 6:30 in the morning or something like that.
Something like that.
So you automatically speculate, well, she fell asleep and she drove off the mountain. It's crazy, guys. And as far as the missing 411 guys go, it's a whole bunch of missing people that basically has never been found. And if they was found, they was found with their shoes, their socks, their shirts, and everything scattered all the way around them with nothing really wrong with them.
Wow.
It's called the missing 411. I was reading about that today, and it is crazy, guys.
What's up, country bro? In the chat.
What is up?
So there is a guy that has been missing an hour away from where I live since 2019, still without a trace.
Wow. Do you know in Washington there's over 3,000 cold cases in Washington, let alone?
That's crazy.
That's nuts. Crazy. So, I mean, Washington, let alone close, there's either 3,000 or close to 3,000 missing or cold cases in Washington.
I mean, I was thinking about it the other day, and the whole COVID lockdown thing, I think it's safe to say that shit drove everybody crazy, because after that, there was a spike in all of this shit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
there was definitely a spike in all of this crazy, weird, disappearances of younger people and shit like that. It's like, what the fuck did COVID do to everybody? And I think it was the lockdowns. Us being locked down in our houses for so long freaking drove everybody nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, when this happened, I lived in Colorado, and I was a manager of a restaurant, and our daughter was born during COVID, and so I would stay home with my daughter because I was a manager, so I was salary. And there was a 3-week time period I didn't even go anywhere with her. She was inside the house with me, and we stayed at home. Her mom went to work and come home, so that was the only outside source we actually had coming in the house. So we was pretty safe as far as that went. So yeah, and then the vaccinations started coming. I was like, do I want to get the vaccinations? So I ended up going and getting the vaccinations, and well, then the second round coming, it was like, are you serious? Am I a dog now?
Right.
I got to get a vaccination again.
Right.
So I walked in Walmart, and the girl was like, free vaccinations today. And I said, am I in a kennel? like, am I in a kennel? And she just looked at me like, what are you talking about? And I just went on like,
do I get a shot collar with it?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I mean, it's crazy how they treated everybody, guys. And who goes to say, they said the COVID was worse than the flu. So I mean, I think, and then they went ahead and said that it's affected elderly more than younger people. So of course, so does the flu. You see what I'm saying?
Have you watched the documentary Watch the Water?
I have not.
Go watch it, dude. If you, it's like an hour long. It'll open your eyes to a lot of shit with that COVID. That whole situation. It was just bogus.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, shit. All I had to do was really watch Tom McDonald's song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I get it, Tom. I'm done. You know, I mean, that was basically what I thought about it. So I got a actually invitation from somebody this morning on YouTube. It was Mama B. Was it Mama B? Someone like that. I think it was Mama. I'm not for sure what her name was. Anyways, I didn't get on her panel. I was, but come to find out she didn't actually stream. So, but I wanted to let you guys know that who it was, though, who actually hit me up this morning. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see here. It wasn't Captain Kurt. Anyways, you guys, I think it was Mama B or Bee's Nest or something like that. She's a decent sized YouTuber, guys. I think she has like 12,000, 21,000 subscribers, something like that. So, anyways, yeah, she invited me on her panel, and I was pretty excited about it, but I never ended up going on her panel this morning. So, anyways, we have that one. I'm going to be going on. Then we have what's the other guy's name? The one that went out inside of Quentin Simon's home.
Uncle Will.
Not Uncle Will.
Dolly.
Huh?
Dolly.
Yeah, Dolly Vision actually invited me on his. We have quite a few of them that we're thinking about going on. So yeah, but later on tonight, after we're done, before we get off here, we're actually going to go and basically raid somebody's channel and provide subscribers to them, preferably somebody with not a lot of subscribers. So we got that coming up too, guys, on this in this show as well. So I think it'd be pretty good. I think that's funny. What's up, Insanity Rex? Have you hit 1,000 yet, Insanity? Let us know. But yeah, as far as that goes, guys, in the missing 411, they say that most of the people now they're saying that most of the people who could have died, it could have been from smog. It's like, are you serious? People live in the cities. They say, well, when the smog rolls up over the mountains, it gets thicker. You know, your breathing gets heavier. Your lungs got to work more because of the altitude. When you mix the smog in with that, it can kill you. I lived in Colorado for 7 years at 9,000 feet in elevation on top of Lookout Mountain, about 15 minutes from downtown Denver. I'm still alive.
My dad lived in Oak Hill, West Virginia.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy what they would actually put out there to make everybody believe, you know, either, hey, this is what happens, so don't go there anymore. You see what I'm saying? Don't go there and it won't happen. I mean, that's kind of what it seems like to me, is people just kind of starting to push things off on people that is a little crazy, guys. I mean, the world is getting crazy, and I've said this last 3 streams. So, but I mean, as far as the missing 411 goes, guys, we have people, like I've mentioned, I didn't know what the missing 411 was. One of the subscribers, I think it was Mary, who actually said something. Insanity Rex, I live in Utah. Laugh out loud. Smog is horrible, but I'm here. Exactly. Yes, I think it was, I'm not sure who it was now. I just said her name, guys. I'm trying to pay attention to the chat and do this too. So
You need me to mod?
no, I'm good.
Okay.
But I think missing 411. So they're trying to blame some of this on smog.
That don't make sense.
The people's found in the middle of a national forest or even at parks, their shoes off, their shirts plumb across the way. One shoe's on the left, one shoe's on the right. You see what I'm saying? And they're naked. And some of them
smog's not gonna do that.
And some of them is found with all the clothes around but no body.
That's crazy.
How'd they get up there?
I mean, And people has GPSs, but the GPS is either dead or has been turned off.
What?
We all
That's
know
crazy.
that if you're in trouble, you're not going to turn off your GPS, guys.
Nope.
And most of the people who actually does this stuff actually tells their family, hey, I'm going to this area. If you guys can't, if I'm not home by this time, my GPS, you could ping me. And if you can't ping them by GPS, you could ping them by your phone.
Mm-hmm.
But none of this stuff is happening. These people's just missing with nothing that is even spoken of. And they're just forgotten.
Do you mind if I drop the link in the regular chat for that documentary Watch the Water?
No, go ahead.
All right, I just wanted to know if you minded.
So I mean, guys, there's so much stuff happening. It's just like I done a video today about the girl in California. What is her name again, Scuba?
The girl in California. Oh, Trinity. Backus.
Backus. So I did a video of her today, guys. I did a little bit more studying on it, and come to find out, when they found her, she had no clothes on, guys.
What?
I think if you go and look where her aunt's house is, her aunt's definitely a grower. She grows marijuana in her backyard. That's obvious. If you know anything about growing marijuana, you could tell by the aerial view of that lady's house, she grows marijuana.
She's a grower, not a shower.
The people up the hill, like there's a few houses that are like to the north of her aunt's house. They're definitely growers. If you ask me, I think that little girl was tripping on acid, went for a walk, try to cool off or something, maybe have a little trip in the woods or something. And I think somebody found her in their grow and shot her or something, you know what I mean? Took care of her and then disposed of her body. Because, I mean, if you know anything about growing, you're not going to let nobody impede on your grow.
Well, I do know this much about California. There's parts of California that you don't go to in the mountains.
Exactly.
Because there is growers up there that
what's up, Insanity?
That is huge.
Right.
Huge grow fields. And
I mean, everybody in that little, small area, everybody's growers. If you go and look at the aerial footage, the aerial views of it, everybody's got grows in their yard or live on one. There's a lot of growing going on right there,
Right. But the story is she actually was over at her aunt's house, I do believe it was. The friend was there, or her cousin, one or another, gave her the acid.
I mean, Barb said you don't grow acid. I mean, I'm not saying you grow acid. I'm saying there's marijuana being grown and she was on acid and somebody found her in the grow. You know what I mean?
Right. And that, right. And so that goes on to say that she took the hit of acid at her aunt's house, I do believe it was. She left. She said she was going to walk to her boyfriend's. There's different speculations. Some people said her boyfriend's is 10 miles away, and some people said her boyfriend's is 10 miles down the road.
Yeah.
So, 10 minutes away and 10 miles. Yeah. So, as we know, 10 miles is going to take more than 10 minutes to walk. But the girl was barefooted.
Well, not only that, but why would you walk to your boyfriend's when you have a car? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, see, I don't know much about the car because they actually haven't speculated that on the car yet. But I do know that she was found in the ravine, I do believe, and she was actually naked because they was wondering why she would take her clothes off before she passed, is what they actually was talking about.
If you're having a bad trip, things like that psychologically can make you get undressed because you could be extremely hot,
right,
and then freak out.
Right. Yeah, but the picture they show of her, she looks like that selfie she took where she's looking off to the left. She looks very distraught in that picture. You know what I mean? Like something's wrong with her in that picture.
Right. I guess I haven't seen that picture of that one. But I do know that the boyfriend, like I said last night, the boyfriend actually lost his last girlfriend as well. So Trinity Backus is his second girlfriend, and she's dead now as well. Damn. What do you guys think about that?
That's a little strange. 2 girlfriends in a row.
Not funny, haha, funny, weird.
It's really weird. It's really weird. It's almost like, hey, don't get another girlfriend, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
third time is not the charm for you, my friend.
Like whatever you're doing isn't right. But guys, there's more people than just this guy who actually had that happen to them. Yeah, this happens all the time.
I haven't had a girlfriend die on me, so I can't speak from experience.
Praise, thank you, Jesus. I haven't neither, and I don't want to. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, it just goes to show you that how. And Barb said, could it have been fentanyl? They said that it was acid, is LSD. So that she took, she had a bad trip. She walked out the door, but how come the aunt didn't follow her? How come the cousin didn't follow her, or the friend didn't follow her?
Country Bro said that he wants to know if he could drop his link.
Yeah, go ahead, Country Bro. I don't care. This is what I'm for, to help people out. But I mean, if I could drop the link, is that what he said?
No, he was wanting to know if he could drop it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, he said, could anyone drop my link?
Oh, I don't know how to do that, or I would.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh?
But I mean, as far as that goes, so the boyfriend lost his one girlfriend. Now Trinity Backus is gone. There's a YouTuber that actually reached out to him and talked to him, and she's actually seems like she's almost taken up for that kid. And it kind of hit me wrong because everybody was speculating that the boyfriend gave her the acid. But the boyfriend is not the one that gave her the acid. It was the cousin or the friend that actually gave Trinity Backus the acid. But the boyfriend did lose his girlfriend before, and I don't think anybody has looked into how that happened. So
yeah, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, why would you automatically take up for him if you don't know him?
Well, she talked to him, and then her fan base came at her and said that she had no right to actually reach out to him to talk to him because he was actually a suspect, but they said that he was cleared as a suspect.
The baby girl said she was hit by a car. I didn't hear that.
I didn't either.
I didn't hear that neither, actually, baby girl. I was actually today I was actually reading about it, and she took a hit of acid, like I said, and she found herself, she actually passed away because they said it was hypothermia, guys. Is the reason why what she died from.
Well, then the inconsistencies in the story, like one person said she was seen running from the house, another said she was seen walking and running. Is two totally different actions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, not to mention she was in a presence of an adult. Why didn't the adult go after her and actually stop her and say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh, baby girl said the first girlfriend was hit by a car.
Okay, the first girlfriend was hit by a car. All right, I got you.
All right, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
That's a bad luck.
Yeah, that is really bad luck, guys. I mean, you have so much stuff that's happening, and think how this boy feels, guys. Like everybody was calling him a drug dealer, everybody was calling him this and that. I have no idea who this kid is, so I'm not going to speculate he was a drug dealer, whether he was or wasn't. It's none of my business.
I mean, he's the opposite of that movie, Good Luck Chuck.
Yeah,
I don't mean to poke fun, but he's the opposite of that.
The opposite of that one, guys. He definitely is. I mean, and
We
then
had
go ahead.
a pedestrian walk across the road last night and got hit and killed. 2 police cars were parked diagonally, well, like in an arrow, and fire truck showed up to wash all the biohazard and the blood off, and still don't know who it was yet, but definitely a sad deal.
Wow. That's crazy. That stuff happens around here a lot, though. You know, we're kind of the state that people comes up missing and they're never found ever. So
Blonde Gypsy said hit by a car by a drunk driver doing 100 miles an hour. She was riding her skateboard in the street. Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
That's crazy, guys. It's crazy. And then the boyfriend gets with another girl, Trinity, and then she dies of hypothermia.
That's crazy.
It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, does that make sense to anybody else? Can anybody else? Why, I understand she's having a bad trip, but why didn't the aunt chase after her or get in her car and say, get in the car?
Right. He's the adult.
Why wasn't the cops called? I mean, and then people's actually speculated on this too. The reason why they didn't is because they knew that she had a hit of acid.
And they don't want people to go take advantage of her.
Correct. They didn't want people to know that, well, she had a hit of acid at their house. So they didn't call the cops because it would have made them look like they was actually the ones that gave him her to hit acid.
Yeah.
Unless it was laced, then they can't test for that unless they tap the spinal cord.
Right.
Exactly. That's just very fishy about the whole area. And then the fact that it's in Nevada County too is like, hold up, what the hell is going on in Nevada County? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Country Bro, it does not make any sense. Let's see what Joker 1014 says. Joker 1014 said, see, that's what I mean. That's what's thinking. 2, why didn't hear Aunt go looking or chasing after her, keep her safe in the house? That's what I'm saying. She's an adult. She should have, Joker.
Without a doubt.
So the Queen says, also heard Bio Dad say that the boyfriend was there and went after her, but had to put on his shoes on first. I didn't hear that, but I'm not saying that cannot be true.
Yeah, but if he's just putting on his shoes, that she's not gonna have that much of a head start. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can't be that fast. She a track star?
Yo, what's up, bud?
Hey, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys, but
what's up, Linda?
Have y'all ever thought about, the last few years, what has happened? That guy in Colorado that killed his wife and stuffed his little girls in a.
That's crazy.
But think about all these trials that are going on right now. The Nicholas Cruz trial, all the other trials, all this stuff just at once. It's just ridiculous, man. I don't know.
It's crazy, guys. I mean, that was a crazy thing by itself. I actually lived in Golden, Colorado when that happened, and that happened in where did that happen at? That happened not too far. I think an hour and a half away from Golden is where it happened at. I actually was looking at that, reading into that when it happened, and that's crazy. All over a girl that he didn't want. He wanted a different girl, but he didn't want a divorce or anything like that. So he ended up killing his whole family to get with one girl.
What's crazy about that, man, is he's still got women. Oh, he's got this Ted Bundy issue. I don't know what it is, but these women are writing in, we want to marry you, we're innocent. And I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm single. I mean, I don't get that. I don't get that. When somebody told me once, they said, well, what those women are thinking is they're not really in love with him, but if he gets them pregnant, that he's a psychopath, and that child will track that mother. You see where I'm going?
Yeah. I totally get what you're going. It's crazy because a lot of people is blamed for a lot of things. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy because there's some things I want to speak on and some things I don't want to speak on. But as far as like the 411 goes, the missing 411, there's actually going as far as saying that was Illuminati, guys. What do you guys think about that?
I believe the Illuminati is 100% real.
Yeah. I've seen way too much shit for it not to be.
Okay.
I mean, not only that, but the whole John Podesta thing.
Oh, yeah. I was literally about to say John Podesta. It was like in my head.
John Podesta has property in Truckee.
Yep.
So, I mean, for them not to even look into him, if you ask me, I think that's why the case ain't closed yet.
Yep.
Because John Podesta's a sick motherfucker.
Oh, yes, he is.
I guess I got to look into that case. Fill me in on that case.
John Podesta, all you got to do is look up John Podesta. It's a whole rabbit hole.
Well, him and his brother were tied to a disappearance of a young girl. I forget what year it was, but it wasn't too long ago. And then there was video of him like forcing a little boy to sing the song. What the fuck was the name of that song? I said it a while back. It was just one of them real popular songs, but he's like forcing a little boy to sing it while he's doing things to him.
Oh, wow. Okay, I get you.
There's all kind of shit, dude. Like, John Podesta's a sick motherfucker.
I'll have to look that up. I mean, when it comes to kids, it's kind of like my soft spot, so I don't really watch that stuff like that.
My boat, dude. I mean, I think if you harm a kid, you should be, tortured to the to the fullest extent. You know what I mean?
Real.
It's a child. A child didn't do nothing to you. You know what I mean?
And I also think this much. All of us around, whether you live in a city, a suburb, or you think a beautiful neighborhood, you should do a background checks on every one of your neighbors around your neighborhood.
Without a doubt.
You never know who they are.
I mean, there's a community in Florida that they got all of the sex offenders living in one little spot to where, you know, if anything happens, they go straight to that one spot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
That's
I
crazy.
think everywhere should be like that.
Yeah.
You know, because they did say that since they built that community for them people, you know, that's the community they live in. A lot of the crimes like that have went down in that area.
Yeah, and you guys, look, I don't think murderers, sex offenders, rapists, stuff like that is never going to go away. And it's sickening. It is sickening. I mean, you have people that goes and looks at places of businesses, you know, that stalks people just to actually get their information where they live at and then send them gifts and, you know, just to feel close to that person. You have a lot of people who does that stuff, and it is sickening because there's actually people out there like that actually, you know, stalk people like that. And then they approach them at work, and they're their coworkers, and they don't want nothing to do with them, even though the girl doesn't know it's them. It's giving them the gifts.
Right.
Yes,
It makes people think it's okay. Yeah.
What'd you say, Scuba?
I said, yes, Rusty Pizzagate.
Yeah, well, Pizzagate was part of John Podesta. That was all on his computer. You know what I mean?
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. I mean, there's so much stuff going on in this world, guys, that we will never even know about. We have sex trafficking, guys, every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Grind to Shine Recovery sent me a message today saying something. I don't know how many kids he said it was, but it was a lot of kids a month, a day. He broke down like 2 or 3 numbers, and I was just like blown away by it.
Well, just know if you know how to tie a noose, 13 loops, it's legal in the United States.
It's what? Now say it again.
13 loops on a noose is legal in the United States.
Oh wow!
If you was wondering, if anybody was wondering, 13 loops.
Wow!
If you get caught with a noose, it's illegal unless it's 13 loops.
That's crazy. I mean, guys, we have parts of the flag, the rebel flag, that is people don't want around. People don't want to see it. People don't want to do this. And I totally get that. But I mean, you know, what it used to stand for, what it stands for today is totally 2 different things.
And not only that, but a lot of the things that people are holding that flag accountable for, none of us were alive to witness it.
None of us. I mean,
and they need to let that shit rest, you know?
I mean, I had my shirt company I was talking to, and I was talking to them, and I wanted to make a Dickie shirt because I always wear Dickie shirts, guys. That's all I wear is Dickie. And so I wanted to make a Dickie shirt with the flag on the pocket. And they was like, "Are you sure you want to do that? Because it could start problems for, you know, your merch store." So I was just like, "No, hold off on that."
Right.
But I mean, it's something that it used to mean something totally different than what it means today, guys. So I mean,
you got to be careful.
I got one thing to say. It's cold outside. Do we got our Carhartts on?
Yeah. You know what? I love Carhartts, guys. I love Carhartts. I love the long sleeve shirt Carhartts. I have a couple of those, but I gotta say, when I lived in Colorado and I was at almost 8,000 feet on top of Lookout Mountain, there's a place called Buffalo Bills up there, Buffalo Bills Museum, and they have a cafeteria and like a merch store type thing. I worked at that place for probably 7 to 8 years. Wow. And I was known as the guy who would walk outside in 2 feet of snow with pair of Jordans on, shorts on, and a Dickie shirt. Everybody told me, they was like, you could tell you live right down the road. And I literally lived probably 5 minutes down the road from Buffalo Bills on top of the mountain. So yeah, I was that guy, and I'm that guy here where I live at now too. It's 30 some odd degrees outside, and you know, Dickie shirt. I'll throw on a hoodie. I love my hoodies because they feel comfortable.
That's how I am.
Wear hoodies all the time. This isn't Champion either. This is a DJ, a local DJ in New Orleans that I went to school with.
Okay.
Is his name Champion?
No, it says Dunning.
I like NF stuff. I love NF. I have some NF hoodies. I love NF music. Today. I seen that earlier. I was like, dang, you're throwing back, girl. You're throwing back.
Dude, you should see my t-shirt closet. It's ridiculous. I have like 75 t-shirts. I have a problem.
Dang, really? See,
Yeah, I need recovery.
I don't have that much clothes, guys. Like I do, but I don't, I guess. And some of the clothes I don't even wear. And I'm like, why do I even have these clothes? I should just take it to Salvation Army and just like donate it. You know?
Like 56 alone are just tie-dye.
Holy crap.
I can't even find shirts. I wear a 4X tall, and I can't even find them hardly. Unless you
Yeah. I mean, you go to Walmart. Walmart here has 3XLTs. They have them a lot there. So
Right.
I want to make my own brand, but you know, you got to have that big and tall something. They had Big Daddy back in the day. You bet. You know.
yeah, big and talls are nice. That's what I wear. Like I said, I'm 6 foot, about 280, and wear a size 13 shoe. So I'm a pretty big boy when it comes to that stuff. And my chair says it because my chair is actually, it won't stay up, guys. Okay, so I am down low now. You see, I'm literally on the, well, not on the ground, but my chair is literally down at the bottom, so I don't have to buy a new chair. I've had this chair for about 5 to 6 years now. So it just,
so your chair matches your voice now.
Yeah, definitely. You guys, that was so funny because whenever I went to go on his panel, and I wanted to go on his panel, like I said last night. Hello, Barbie. I wanted to go on his panel last night or not last night, the night before whenever Progressive went on there. And I had no idea Progressive was actually going on there. But anyways, I wanted to go on there to basically ask him to come to my channel because I wanted to actually ask him questions for the Creek Squad and Red Rebel Nation and YouTube family as well. There was questions that he probably would have left on anyways. But yeah, and he was making fun of my voice almost the whole time I was actually in the chat. So, and the chat's still there. There was nothing friendly said. I don't have YouTube friends, guys. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I still don't understand what's wrong with your voice. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
I don't know. I don't know, guys. I
But
mean,
hey,
when I
I'm
get
gonna go ahead and
excited.
step down. I'll be
All right,
viewing,
bro.
but I got some things to do. I'll holler at y'all.
All right, bro. Have a good night.
All right, good kicking with y'all.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep. Oh.
But yeah, that's that. I guess the other one too. That's that. So I mean, we have some. I'm gonna drop the link in your chat. If anybody wants to come on, feel free. You just got to show me your face in the back and wait. Give me a wave. Oh
yeah, we don't bite.
Hold on, wrong one. Sorry, Joker. If I kicked you, I'm sorry, bro.
Oh no,
I'm backwards here. Okay, so here we go. All right, there we go. If anyone wants to come on, just show me your face in the backstage and come on up. So yeah, I mean, back on like the Trinity Backus and Kylie Rodney and all that stuff. It's just really crazy how it ended up both in California. Two girls around the same age.
Yeah, one was 16. I think Trinity was 17, but still like the same age.
About the same age. They both come up missing. One was actually from LSD, acid.
Mm-hmm.
But she was found with her clothes off. That's why I don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand when you're on a trip, you get hot, you may take your clothes off. But it goes to say there's proven facts that everybody who is actually found, most of the people is declothed. Yeah,
it's so weird.
It's weird how this works, guys. It is totally weird. I'm going to read more about this stuff. I actually really like this stuff. My wife actually has a background in criminal justice and criminology, so she likes the stuff. So yeah, we like that type of stuff here. True crime's always been kind of close to my heart, especially the Kylie Rodney case, guys. I can't seem to like kick that case. Like I find myself going back to that case, reading about that case.
I've been watching true crime stuff since OJ and Nicole.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So what do you think about OJ? You think OJ was actually guilty of that or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought so too. I mean, there's so much stuff revolving around that case too, that you could speculate for days what should have happened and what didn't happen and what did happen. Well, wasn't happening, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, all types of stuff on that case. It's like the Petito case or whatever. What was her name?
Gabby.
Gabby Petito. Did you anybody see that movie on Lifetime?
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird, guys. Like, I seen that the night it come out, and I absolutely had to watch it. And so I watched it, and it was really weird. The movie was totally weird. And then I was watching another YouTuber doing reviews or looking back on that case, and they show him and her walking into a grocery store. They buy cheese, he's looking at some kind of cheese, but whenever they get out of the vehicle, you can see him. What was his name?
Brian.
So you can see Brian actually slamming the van door, and stuff like that. I'm not really good with names, so yeah, that's the reason why I'm asking you.
Yeah, Brian.
I can tell you all about the story, but the names I'm hard with. But I mean, you can see him slamming the door. He gets on a hat. He almost tries to disguise himself. It's just really weird because he goes in there and he looks at cheese. It's just really weird. I mean, what was running through his mind at that time that he slammed the doors? Did he already know what he was going to do? I wonder.
Right.
I mean,
did he already have a plan?
Did he already have a plan to do this stuff? Because it happened very quickly. And you can tell that he was actually may have been done this, maybe something like this before, because he was too okay with it.
He was too calm.
Then he goes on and he writes letters about what happened
in detail.
And then he commits suicide, and the letters are left behind, and now people's found them, and people's actually looking over them still. It's crazy, guys. Mental health is huge in this world, but some of this goes beyond mental health. A lot of this goes on because they said that she was jealous. Was it she was jealous? Is that what they said?
She was jealous of what?
They left the restaurant.
Oh no, he was rude to one of the waitresses.
Okay, he was rude to one of the waitresses,
and then he slapped her in the face, and then she slapped him back, and
that's what it was. Yeah.
From
there. Barb says, "You remember OJ's book? If I Did It, Laugh Out Loud."
Oh yeah.
You remember that, Scuba Sam? I don't actually remember that. I didn't really look into that case much. So I don't really remember that. All I remember was the Bronco.
Like, why'd he run?
And the black glove, something about a black glove and stuff.
How did I do it if these gloves don't fit?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I actually remember about that case. And that case.
Rob Kardashian's the one that.
Yeah. I mean, that was really weird, guys. I mean, you got all this stuff happening. If we really think about, in a 10-year time period to where we are now, the stuff's only got worse, guys.
Yeah.
It's only got worse, especially child abductions and stuff. Sex trafficking is huge. I mean, you have a woman.
I used to think things were so simple back in the day, but now I'm looking at all this and I'm like, oh no, it really wasn't that simple. I just thought it was because I was young.
I mean, Barbie says, Gabby Petito, I haven't watched it. I felt they wasn't going to do a good job. I would be upset.
No, they rushed
the case. I could see it and feel trying to away from Brian. Abuse, very real thing. Yes, it is sad because she had her whole life in front of her, guys. And she stayed with him because she was afraid to leave him. That's what it was. And there's so many cases like that in this world that the woman is afraid to leave because there's men out there that thinks like this. If I can't have them, nobody's going to have them.
Yeah. My ex-husband actually said that to me once.
And it's sad because what do you own on that person? You see what I'm saying? As a male, what do you own on that woman? Married or not? Oh, well, I have a marriage certificate. It's a piece of paper.
Burn it.
It means something to people it means something that people actually, care about each other. It means a lot.
Right.
But if it boils down to it, it's a piece of paper, right?
Absolutely.
But
you used to tell me that too. It's just a piece of paper.
But then again, they get half of our stuff. Or you get half of her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it works both ways here, guys. I mean, you could play side all you want, but once you get married, if you don't like each other, get a divorce and move on.
Yep.
It's that easy.
Absolutely.
Instead of thinking you own each other. That's what a lot of people doesn't understand. And that's what a lot of people look. If I go out to dinner with my wife, guys, and there's a guy looking at my wife, I'm not saying a thing. I
Right.
can really care less because I know my wife is going home with me.
Right.
That's what kind of guy I am. If my wife's at a swimming pool in a bathing suit and there's guys over there in the corner talking about how beautiful she is, I don't care.
That's a compliment to you.
I
gotta be
mean,
enjoyed.
you see what I'm saying? I'm that type of person. Jealousy is envy. Okay. Jealousy can get somebody murdered, killed, hurt, beaten up, all the other stuff. And it happens. Look at the jealousy cases out there. People that was married, they cheated, or they wanted someone else, so they killed their husband and killed their wife because now that they can have that person. It is crazy, guys. People really think that way.
Absolutely.
It's nothing. Instead of just saying, I want a divorce, goodbye. That's all you got to do. I don't get it.
I even packed his stuff one time and he still wouldn't go.
It's crazy, guys. I mean, I guess a lot of people wants to have what you have or something. I don't get it. It is nothing but jealousy at that point. And it happens. It runs deep in people, guys. So baby girl says, eyes wide open. What is living the dream? Bring back the firing squad. Might put a stop to some of it. Firing squad.
Where they line you up and shoot you?
Oh, is that what she's talking about? They still have that in China, guys.
Shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a true thing. Or Korea. China or Korea, one or another. Insanity. What's up, Insanity?
Hey, Insanity. Oh, dude, he gave us a concert earlier. I was vibing.
I seen a little bit of it. I was actually watching Blippi with my daughter, and I seen it. I seen him on there, and I switched it because I was trying to watch Blippi. I have a bad habit, like I said. That's all I do all day long is look for videos and stuff what I'm going to talk about. But a lot of times I get in here and I just kind of like wing it, guys. You know, with stuff
I watch
I
a
just
lot
know
of haunted stuff.
Do you? Okay. I like haunted stuff, and
so you won't catch Scuba Sam with a fucking Ouija board ever.
No, that's not allowed in my home. That's not.
No. Okay, I don't f's with that voodoo.
Barbie says it's sad, bare bones. You can love your embracer. They can be good at times. Today aren't my dad. Eyes, world in black. He almost killed me and my mom a few times. I grew up in an abusive household. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Yeah,
that's one of the hardest things for people, guys. And look, the thing about it is there's some fathers out there that lets this stuff happen too to their daughters.
Yes, and it's psychological warfare.
And it is sickening, guys.
Yes.
There's actually fathers out there that will hear their daughter come to their fathers one-on-one and talk to them about what their husband are doing to them or their boyfriend are doing to them. And there's nothing said from the father.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's your life. Well, what goes to happen if your daughter dies that night because the boyfriend beats her to death?
Let's talk about my grandfather. He's not that man.
Right. See, then that's my grandfather. My grandfather was the type of person that him and my grandma was together for 57 years, I think it was. My
grandpa and grandma just celebrated their 56th anniversary. They've been together since the 8th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Queen says Blippi will be the Queen. I watch Blippi all the time, so that's just how my life rolls, I guess. My daughter
Didn't Blippi just have a baby?
I don't know if he did or not. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that he started off on YouTube. Now he's on Netflix and everything else.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
He has actually got the money coming in, guys. He don't need no more money. So, Freakless, laugh out loud. Barbie says abuser. I think me in the world. What did Barbie say? I thought me in the world could be very cold place. I have a very hard time trusting. I go by vibes a lot. Vibes are good. If your stomach says, "Hey, run," then run. I've learned that through my life.
There's a couple times I should have ran and I didn't.
The queen says he did, yes. Okay. Oh, so Blippi did have a baby. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
So, I mean, guys, we have so much stuff that goes on. I mean, they're trying to blame smog on people dying in the wilderness. There's so much stuff going on. You know, the guy, back to the guy in Colorado. Did you hear about that guy a long time ago that actually killed his daughters and his wife just to be with another girl?
Yes. Chris Watts?
Yes. See, you remember names. I'm not good with names, but I could tell you all about the story. So, so that was weird. So that goes back to another fact guys. Not fat guys, but fact guys. Is why couldn't he just be like, look, I'm done. I want a divorce and be with that girl? I mean, it made absolutely no sense at that point. That goes to show you that jealousy is envy. You see what I'm saying? Because I mean, he didn't want his daughters to look at him differently as their father. So he just went ahead and just done away with everybody and tried to get away with it just to be with a girl.
Yep. He killed his one daughter, and then the other daughter was like, "Are you going to do to her what you did to me?"
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Guys,
like, could you imagine her last moments?
No, I can't.
It makes me sick.
And there's people out there like this, guys. That's the reason why these live streams are very dear to my heart, because there's actually people out there like that. And it comes down to a point to where we either trust somebody or we don't trust anybody. And I live like this, guys. I don't trust hardly anybody.
No.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, I could sit here and have friends all day long, but trusting and friends is totally comes in two different parts. There's probably only a couple people in this world that I actually say that I trust fully. You know,
I have 3 friends outside of YouTube. 3.
There you go. There you go.
That's all I need.
I say to myself, I'm a lone wolf, guys. I stay to myself. I talk to people. I see people. I say hello. I'm a nice person, but as far as like going out and hanging out with them and stuff like that, that's just not me. I try to stay to myself and focus on what I need to focus on, and get done what I need to get done, guys. So
I've got my family, and then I've got my YouTube family. I've got like, you guys are all I need.
That's all we need, and that's the way I look at it too, guys. You guys are my family on YouTube that I don't go out and associate with people outside of YouTube, guys. This is probably the most associating I do, besides with my daughter or my wife, plain and simple.
I'm socially awkward anyways.
Well, like I said, I used to have anxiety, but I just don't have it no more. So I was actually blessed to get rid of that. So I used to not even be able to talk about this stuff, guys. Or I end up in a hospital or something like that, or have to pop a Xanax. I just don't do anything anymore, guys. So, and I don't have anxiety no more, so I'm free. So I use my platform to help out everybody else. And that's just what I'm here for, guys. This isn't my channel. I've said it before. This is your guys' channel, not mine. So,
yeah.
So moving on here. So Freckles, she was with children. I don't believe I've seen you in here before. Hello, welcome to the family. So Joker, dude, if my daughter came into me and said that her boyfriend was beating on her, I would be sitting in prison. I would too. My daughter, I'm bringing up my daughter to know not to lie to me, because there's ways I will find out different, and I'm not the right person to lie to. So I'm bringing up my daughter like that, guys, and I'm trying to do it with potty training her. If you have a boo-boo or whatever, don't lie to dad. Come to me and tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she does that. Guys. And it's so funny because she'll be like, Dad, I need to go to potty. I'll be like, but she'll be like, it's too late. And I'm like,
Oh.
okay, I can respect you I can respect you telling me that it's too late, but you got to go to potty. So she's almost potty trained, guys. I'm
Awesome.
so excited about that because diaper or pull-ups cost a lot, guys.
Everything costs a lot. Gosh.
So the Queen says that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. All things independent. Yeah, Joker. That's why I say the first time he'll get it dishing out. The second time just wouldn't ever have to worry about it. Okay.
I'm raising my boys not to be these disgusting human beings.
I'm telling you, it is. And it is all, guys, they say that it is actually if your father is an alcoholic or whatever. I kind of believe that it comes to how strong you are. I've kind of come to that in life. How strong you are is actually who you make yourself.
Yep.
If you make yourself weak, if you make your mind weak, then you're going to be weak. Your mind's going to be weak.
Absolutely.
If you think that you can't do anything in your life, then, well, you're probably not going to do anything in your life. It's just like when we wake up every single morning, if you feel tired and you keep telling yourself I'm tired, then, well, you don't do anything during the day.
Yeah. I wake up every morning at 8:50 and I'm up the rest of the day. I do not nap. And I've had 3 strokes, so I should be napping during the day. Like my doctor said I should. And I don't.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing for you to be doing that too, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, my brain just goes 100 miles a minute every day.
There you go. Mine does too.
I'm trying to build my channel, so I'm trying to do that on top of everything else I'm trying to do and have a life at the same time. So I'm trying to juggle everything.
Right. So what is your channel about? Tell us about it.
Right now it's just a remix because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Okay. So what is your channel name?
It's Scuba Sam.
Scuba Sam.
And it's got a weird heart on the end, but I don't know if you can find that. I don't think anybody can find me.
It's probably the algorithm.
Oh, okay. I only have 20 shorts and 2 videos.
Let's see if we can find it.
1 video and 19 shorts. I can't count today.
You may have to go to.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'll look at it. I'll look for it after we get off here and see see about it and stuff. But okay. I mean, as far as all that stuff go, something about this 411 thing about the people being found with no clothes on, their shoes scattered, and they can't even find the people.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder what happens to these people. Where do they go?
Right. What were they doing?
What was they doing? I mean, it just makes me wonder about all that. So, and it's crazy, guys, because now they're trying to blame it on the smog, like I said. And it's a proven fact that they're found with no shoes, no clothes, and it's strung everywhere. And either there's a body or there's not a body.
Yeah, like where'd the body go?
I mean, it's like this Michael Vaughn thing, guys. This whole Michael Vaughn thing has kind of got everybody looking towards this case now. Yeah. And it's sad because it took 1.5 years for people to actually look into this case of Michael Vaughn. Mm-hmm. And now we know that they have 2 people in jail, and she's actually, being charged. Or they said if she wasn't being charged, they wouldn't have put a $500,000 bond on her head.
Ryan's live.
So, I mean, she's being charged. And I did listen again today to make sure I'm talking about his case right. So somebody said that he was buried in the yard inside of that house. So it was either him or her that actually gave the tip that they buried him in that yard.
Right.
So
which one was it and why?
And they think that there's actually a third person as well in this case but like I said last night, guys, that doorbell of the girl coming up and ringing the doorbell and saying his name.
They don't sit well with me.
That's just weird, guys. It's almost like she's been there before. Why was she at an adult's house? Was she a friend? Was she a family? Is this something that kids are used to, going up to houses in that neighborhood and ringing the doorbell and talking to a grown-ass man?
And are they looking into that?
And are they looking at that doorbell? I mean, she has it on her TikTok. She goes on to say that, well, she's a Christian now because she actually felt the wrath of, well, what it feels like to, well, have a 5-year-old buried in your backyard. That's what it boils down to.
Wow. That's
So
deep.
she goes on and she actually shows pictures of her backyard through the time that the Michael Vaughn is supposedly buried in the backyard.
If that ain't telling on yourself without telling on yourself.
It is crazy. They have a barbecue grill back there. They have everything back there. So now YouTubers is going on and they're actually using the Google Earth and saying that he may be buried by that shed. I seen that as well today.
Ugh. Yeah, they said they're probably going to be there for the next week.
Yeah, and that's what they said. Let's see what Freckles. See what happens. You miss a few hours on YouTube. Didn't hear this. Okay, yeah. This is all true. 100% true. Yes, she did say that, Linda Wolf. She did say that. She went on to actually speculate about all that stuff. Blonde Gypsy. Hello, Blonde Gypsy. See what she says. Let's read this. Blonde Gypsy says, raising kids these days is so scary. I'm raising 2 grandchildren, and it's not the same as when they raised my girls. I don't take my eyes off of them. Don't. I mean, it's almost to the point where we're actually almost afraid to let our kids play in their own bedrooms, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, and I got cameras up through my house. So if my daughter leaves during the middle of the night, there's sensors. So yes, I do practice what I preach, and they are up through the house. So that is a thing that I do. Even in my garage, guys, there's sensors in my garage that if someone was to come through, it would set off the sensors.
And you got a vicious attack dog.
Yeah. I do actually. He'd probably eat your leg off before you got through the door. So, I mean, and then Tinkerbell would just love him to death and fur him to death. So, I mean, we got the massive Doberman Pinscher, and then we got the Tinkerbell dog that's all fluffy and lays underneath my desk on her bed and everything else. So, yeah.
I bet she is spoiled.
Oh, she's like my little buddy. Like she's actually in the front room right now. And whenever I open up my door to go out of this room, she's going to be sitting by the door. And when I come out, she's actually going to start jumping on me. So that's just my dog.
She's so freaking cute.
All right, let's see what she says. At Blonde Gypsy, you ain't lying. We monitor our. Yes, we should, Danielle. We should, Danielle. Barbie says, facts, bare bones. I have to be able to hear or see them. Things happen quickly. Yeah. I mean, look at the Quentin Simon.
Yeah.
Look at the Michael Vaughn. This is all within what? Well, Michael Vaughn's been gone for 1.5 years now.
Yeah.
But that happened in middle of no time. That happened within an 1.5 hour time period.
Yep. I have cameras here, and then my neighbor has a camera on his side. So my kids are watched at all times.
There you go. And then Freckles says, I got 6. Yes, we need as many as there. You can never have enough protection, and cameras is a huge protection, guys.
Yep.
Linda Wolf, did you hear about the boy who got snatched from his bedroom in Dallas last year? Is that the boy that actually got snatched through the window? Is that what you're talking about? Joker 1014 says, Barbie, I know exactly you're talking about. Went to the pretty much the same freaking things and screwing up for it. Yes, very much. Justice reports Tinkerbell was in one of Barebone's videos. Yes, she was in one of my videos, and that's my dog. I'm sorry, guys. That's my dog. She's underneath my desk right now in her bed, or she was. She's in the front room, like I said now. But earlier, I had my daughter underneath my desk on pillows. I had the dogs underneath my desk on pillows. So, yes, sometimes.
How much does he weigh?
Who?
Tinkerbell.
Oh, God. Probably maybe I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe 4 or 5 pounds, maybe.
That's how much my Yorkie weighed too. Her name's Sophia.
Yeah, yeah. I absolutely love my dog. I absolutely love her. She was actually supposed to be my daughter's, but somehow both dogs became mine. I don't know how that happened, but it did, guys. And I didn't even want her at first, but now I'm just like, no, Tinkerbell's not going anywhere, and neither is my other dog. So, but let's get back. Okay, Freckles says they keep me safe. You know what? They keep us comfortable. Our dogs are family, and they keep us comfortable, guys. And dogs are good for anxiety and whatever else it may be. So Freckles says that and my guns. Yes, I will never, ever give up my guns. Will never. No 6 dogs. Joker says true facts, bare bones, and Scuba Sam. I feel the same way. And Ismeek is back and backstage.
Yo,
What's up, Ismeek? Nothing much, man.
I was reviewing some things that happened with our buddy that was on panel with us. If you go back and you look, brother, dude, are you Russian? Are you German? Are you British? What are you, dude?
Who?
That other guy that was on panel laying down.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
He's got 2 different accents, 3 different accents, and he left right when I left. That's kind of strange. Why are you stalking me, dude?
Yeah, he was on here last night. He actually does he does voice impersonations.
Yeah, but it's a little weird. He leaves right when I leave. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I know he lives in the same state I do. So
I mean, we're talking about creepy things on his panel, so I figured I'd just address that.
I mean, in a lot of things, a lot of things we look at could be all different. I've learned that smells could be something totally different.
I mean, I just wanted to address it since we're talking about creepy things.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. There ain't no wrong thing to say on this panel. So I've learned that smells could be different things through your house. Could be foods mixing, could be, chemicals and mixing with something else. I've learned that. So I've learned never to, look at something and jump on it, because there could be something that looks like something that really isn't that. It's, just stuff like that I've learned to go by. So I guess I read about, excuse me, I guess I read about too much Illuminati stuff, guys. So, I
jumped off just to get my pizza, and I was listening to it, and I was like, man, hold up, it's very weird,
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. So yeah, no, I totally get you. We're talking about that. Let's move on to ghosts. What do you guys believe in ghosts?
I do believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
Okay, so here in Oklahoma, we actually have a lot of places. I just dox myself. I have, and I really don't care, guys. I'm not afraid. So here in Oklahoma, we actually have a lot of places, a lot of older places, the Western places that way back in the day is still vacant. And I want to get a drone. I want to get a drone with HD camera on it and like take photo through the buildings and stuff, and actually like live stream that as I'm doing it. So that's something I'm hopefully by next year I'll be able to do that and stuff. So
I have a drone, bro, but I love my drone, but I don't like to fly it in certain areas because I don't want to get, too far out of range or something with it. Because that's a lot of money going down the drain.
Yeah. I mean,
not only that, I'm scared of what I might see in certain areas,
Drones are expensive too, guys, especially with a 4K camera on it.
Yeah, mine's right at $1,000.
Yeah, that's about what I need, is about $1,000 drone to be able to live stream with Wi-Fi off of a hotspot. There's a lot of hospitals here, haunted, guys. And if you had a drone, the windows are cracked out of half the hospitals, older hospitals. So you could actually fly a drone through the hospitals and actually have an HD camera and speakers on there and actually hear stuff. So that would be actually cool too. You wouldn't have to go in the building. You actually just fly a drone through there and wham, bam, it's done.
I know when I'm recording on my drone, you can't hear the actual propellers. You know what I mean? So
see, that's good too. Yeah, that's a good thing too. So, I mean, as far as ghosts go, I've had my dealings with actually ghosts and stuff. Like I said, I worked up on top of Lookout Mountain. Buffalo Bill's grave is right up on top of there. So there's a lot of stuff that happened there. So when you walk down into the Pepsi room to change like the pops and stuff, you have to like go through a doorway. I swear to God, I'm probably about the size to actually fit through this little hole. You have to actually crawl through this hole to get into where the sodas are. That's how the bottom, the basement is all original, guys. So I went in there and I snapped a camera shot of whatever it was, and there was actually an older person, looked like a full body apparition type that actually had a cowboy hat on. And then I went on to ask the owner what's in front of this picture, and he said it used to be an old ice cooler where they hung meats and stuff.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was a pretty good thing. So I tried to blow it up and I messed it all up, and I don't have the picture no more. So I mean, that kind of sucked. Tell me what kind of experiences have you guys had?
I used to live in a haunted house.
When I was younger, my dad was in prison and I was living with my stepmom, and I had never met, like, her dad died years and years before my dad ever got with him. And he always wore a flannel shirt. And I was laying on the floor sleeping because I had just moved in with him, and my dad went to jail like right around the same time. Well, it was a few months after me living there, and I'm sleeping on the floor still. And like, yo, like, I could have swore to God that was this man standing in the fucking doorway. And I had never seen a picture of him. I was like 11, maybe 12. And I started telling her about it. I was like, yo, who's that man that was here last night? And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, there was a man standing in the doorway. She's like, no. She's like, you was tripping. I was like, no, like, for real, he had a flannel shirt on. And when I said that, dude, she broke down and freaked the fuck out. She's like, what color was the flannel shirt? I said, it was red. Wow. She's like, that was my dad. And like I said, I had never seen this man a day in my life, but that was the only encounter I've ever had with a ghost, you know?
Isn't that crazy, guys? How I don't know if you heard last night, Isaac, I was telling a story about this older woman. She lost her kid probably about 9 years ago. And she took her cameras was actually tripped from something standing in front of the sink. So when she went back and she reviewed the camera footage, it was actually a full body apparition of her son standing there at the sink. So she took it to some paranormal investigators, and they actually outlined and drawed what it was. And you could basically see it in the picture, the hair and everything. And it's actually her son that's standing there by the sink.
Damn, and he had passed away.
And he had passed away about 8-9 years ago. Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
And it was big enough. It was strong enough to actually set off her camera alarms.
I mean, I firmly believe, you know, especially if there was something that they didn't get achieved or something, if there was a goal or something they didn't get done while they were here in a physical sense, you know, I do believe that, you know, they linger around, you know?
Yeah, totally. I do too. I've seen too much stuff to actually, you know, say it doesn't happen. Now, as far as like, EVPs go and stuff like that, do you guys believe in that stuff, spirit boxes and all that stuff?
Yep,
to a certain extent.
So what do you think about some of these YouTube channels on here that actually has the spirit boxes and stuff?
I mean, I've been on panel with T-Rev, and I've heard his spirit box say some weird shit.
Yeah, I've seen some shit.
I mean, I've heard T-Rev's spirit box say some weird shit that you can't explain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I'm just not cool with that. Like, I don't. Guys,
you don't know what you're unleashing.
Well, not only that, but I believe you're tapping into something in certain situations. All right, let me say that. In certain situations, you're tapping into something that should be left alone.
Right.
Right.
You know? And I'm not saying everybody's wrong for doing it. You know, everybody does it in their own reasons. But in certain situations, I do believe, you know, EVP or spirit box is tapping into shit that should be left alone.
Well, and there's a couple of these channels that like do it, and they're like, oh my God.
Linda Wolf's talking about the French Quarter in the voodoo shops.
And that's
I have a voodoo doll tattooed on my neck. Here in Louisiana, like I said earlier, the whole haunted history of the city, voodoo is very real. I do believe in the voodoo, and it's something I don't fuck with because of how real I know it is. Like, I've seen some shit in the swamps and shit late at night that you can't. I'm not gonna say it was a ghost, but it's some shit you can't explain.
See, you know, I'm gonna have to come there. I've always wanted to come there. I love that history, guys. I love the voodoo.
When you in the bayou and like you know, on a little strip of canal in the water, and you see certain shit in the woods and you know you're the only one out there. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I don't think I don't think I'd want to be out there by myself, guys. I mean, I'm a country boy. I've been out after dark. I've been snipe hunting. Yes, I have, and I know all about that stuff. Yeah, I had to find my own way back home when that happened. I was young. So yes, I've been through all that stuff. I know about that stuff. As a teenager, I'd venture probably 5 or 6 miles away from my home hunting by myself. I've very well know woods like the back of my hand, but when there's something that you're not sure about or a new spot like the bayou and stuff, you better be with somebody that actually does know the bayou.
Oh yeah.
I'd make the tour guide.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you for sure. If you're ever in Louisiana and you see bones that are tied together, stay the fuck away from it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
I
if
do
you
know
see
that
bones
much.
and it's tied together with any kind of string or rope or anything, it don't
That
matter
is
what
not
kind
a
of
wind
bones it is.
chime.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like it'll be just laying on the ground. Just stay the fuck away from it, because 9 times out of 10, that's like a voodoo hex.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell.
yeah. I mean, you guys, I love that background. I love the voodoo background. I love all that stuff about that.
I
Actually,
mean, I don't know if y'all can make out the picture, but let's see. Can y'all see that picture up there?
I can kind of. Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's an oil painting of a like a New Orleans city street.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, I can see that now. That's
But
awesome.
man,
I like that.
there's some shit in New Orleans, dude, that I'm not gonna say I'm scared of it, but there's certain places I won't go.
Oh, I'm definitely scared of it, guys. I do believe New Orleans roots run very deep. I've read about it. I've studied it. I haven't studied the arts. I haven't studied all that stuff, guys. So no, I'm not into that stuff. But I do like the backgrounds. I do like the histories of voodoo, magic, stuff like that. I've always have, and I always will. Will I ever do it myself? No, I don't want to even know. But I would like to go to visit some of the voodoo shops in New Orleans.
Shit, if you ever in town, bro, holla at me. I'll take you to some places.
I would love to
I know
do
where
that.
all of the good food places are.
Yeah, yeah.
Food.
I mean, you guys, and was you there during the flood and stuff too?
Which one? Katrina?
Was it like 5 years ago?
Hurricane Katrina?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was actually living in Mississippi at the time, like right over the Mississippi state line. The eye of Hurricane Katrina passed over us, so I didn't get the actual flood waters where I was at. But I mean, I had family. I went and helped them, move out everything out their house because it was all flooded and shit. That was if I could say the least, that was a smell I'll never forget. The smell of death, dude. Like it was horrible. I mean, there's still places in the city you could find the water line where the water was on the street, like on building. My house, my street is actually 9 feet below sea level, the street I live on. So anytime we get a little bitty rain or anything, dude, my fucking yard's flooded.
Right, right.
And we deal with that shit year round,
Yeah. And, as far as like, the voodoo stuff goes and stuff like that, guys, it's kind of like part of, a lot of people can read about something without wanting to have to do it, if that makes sense. So,
right.
I've said
unless you experience it for yourself, you really you can't really experience what you're reading through words,
right. I mean, but the bayous and stuff, guys, there's so much roots that ties deep into the bayous, and stuff like that I definitely would not want to go out to the bayous by myself.
Well, like when it floods for hurricanes and shit like that, dude, there's graves, actual coffins that'll float out from the ground, and that's 6 feet. That's 6 feet under. So just imagine how saturated that ground was for a coffin to pop up.
That's crazy.
It happens every flood like that.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, have you ever seen any spirits around your area, Isaac?
I mean, like I said, when I was younger, I had that one, interaction with that spirit in my dad's ex-wife's household. But I mean, I'm not gonna say like, in the bayous and shit, there's shit that I can't say it was a spirit, but there's shit that I can't explain. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. There's shit, we've heard shit, you know what I mean? Like, I was tripping on acid one time when I was a teenager in a graveyard. We thought it was funny to go in a graveyard. And now that I think back about it, like, what the fuck were we thinking? You know what I mean? There was shit that happened that night we couldn't explain. We were looking for Marie Laveau's tomb, and we couldn't explain some of the shit that happened that night, and still to this day, I don't know what the fuck it was.
Dude, that is one thing that I've read about a lot. And just when you said that name, I just like, oh, man.
Yeah, they use mausoleums because of that. You're right, Linda. They use my dad's actually buried in a mausoleum, but I mean, there's still, you know, shit that happens in the mausoleums, you know.
Oh, definitely. I mean, guys, these roots run all the way back, you know, and it makes you wonder what the people that was before us thought about all this spirit stuff as
all
well.
The French settlers and shit.
You know, I mean, we have stuff where I'm from. Indians run deep here, guys.
Yeah, here too.
We have carvings of them seeing UFOs and stuff.
No shit.
I mean, so it's been going on forever. People seeing this type of stuff, guys.
There's a graveyard in the city, like in the actual heart of the city of New Orleans. I forget which graveyard it is, but Nicholas Tomb has his grave back, like there already. Like he's not dead yet, but his grave is the only one that's a pyramid.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, like he has his tomb. When he dies, he's gonna be buried in New Orleans, and it's a white pyramid.
Wow. So what does that stand for? Does it stand for anything?
Honestly, okay. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure neither. I'm the type that reads about that stuff. Like that's what type of person I am. Right. Phoenix, what's up, bro?
I did hear that's why, like not Nicolas Cage, Brad Pitt and them. I did hear that's part of the reason why they didn't want to live here, because of all the spiritual interactions they were having.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, the thing about it is, if you get in some problems in New Orleans and places like that, then you very well could be messing with the wrong person very easily and will never be touched. You know what I'm saying?
They built, after Hurricane Katrina, they built a new jail because of all of the people that died in the jail. Because, dude, for Hurricane Katrina, when the water started coming up, the guards and shit left the prisoners there to die, dude. I don't know if y'all know about that, but like the people that were locked in themselves, they left them there to die. I mean, there were people that got out, you know what I mean? They broke out of jail and shit and would free themselves. But there were people that didn't make it out, and they built a new jail because of the spirits that were in the old one. I mean, like the new jail is not far from the old jail, and it's still standing. But I mean, I wouldn't go nowhere near the old jail.
Yeah. See, I mean, whenever I was younger, I went to on a Scared Straight program in Jefferson City.
I did too when I was younger.
So on Jefferson City, the Walls is where I went to, and they had white crosses, and they had a gas chamber there.
Yeah.
And now it's actually turned into like they do ghost tours and stuff there, guys.
Yeah, I toured Angola Penitentiary when I was on my Scared Straight program. We had to sit in the very first electric chair that was ever used in the state of Louisiana.
Were we all bad teenagers?
I think everybody was bad teenagers.
I got kicked out my freshman year for throwing a desk at my teacher.
Oh wow. Shit, that was my 6th grade year.
I would say ECW to that one. ECW.
See, people don't remember ECW, bro.
Oh man, I love ECW, right? Bro. When something happens to my daughter, I'm like, ECW. I mean, huh? I'm 40. I'm 42.
Oh damn, you're a little bit older than me. I'll be 35 next year, but today's not nowhere near as well. Like a lot of people have went soft compared to when we was younger, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, bro. Yes, I mean, whenever I was 17 years old, I threw a Big Mac out the car, I seriously did. There was a guy that had a hat on and a jacket on I didn't like. So me and my buddies were doing about 70 miles an hour down the road.
You wanted to feed him a Big Mac.
Yes, he was hungry. And when that Big Mac smacked him, well, it was a time of day where if you had a pair of Jordans on and someone wanted it, you got Jordan snatched.
Oh man.
Yeah. I was a pretty bad person, guys. So.
Yeah, bro. You don't look 42, dude.
No, I get that all the time.
You look probably the other day. You look like, younger 30s.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I said in the video the other day, guys, that we got to keep our minds young no matter what it takes. So, yes.
I think it's because you're so positive and you have such a kind heart.
You know, I got a kind heart, but there's that side to me too that don't like.
Oh, everybody's got that gangster
Everybody's
side.
got that side. I mean, I'm not dangerous at all. I mean,
Well, it's not only that; it's about the life you live. When you live a harsh life, it shows. You know.
Yes, and I've never done hardly any drugs my whole entire life, guys. So that's probably a big thing.
It did age you.
I mean, my daughter came up to me the other day, guys, and she's like, "I love you, Dad." I said, "I love you too." She goes, "You're so snuggling. You smell so good." I was like, cute. Oh, I was like, that's so cute. And I told
Linda, I remember the bigger tasties.
I mean, I told my wife about it. She's like, she seriously said that, and I was like, yeah. I said, why don't you say that? And she just snarled her nose up and walked away. I was like, whatever. Go. We've been together for 13 years, guys. So
it takes a lot to make a relationship last that long.
Yeah. So I mean, guys, we was best friends before. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, guys. She can say whatever she wants to me. I'll just snarl my nose up. So that's all it is. So
right.
I have boys, so they're like, "Mom, you smell like a fart." I'm like, "Thanks."
Yes.
My compliment of the day.
So, guys, have you heard about some of the people out there that actually thinks they are vampires? Have you heard about that?
Yes.
Yep. So, what do you think about that? What's your thoughts about that? Like they actually they actually get their teeth grinded down to look like fangs.
That's right.
It is crazy, guys. And there's actually people out there that actually they really do drink blood because they think it gives them power.
I was about to say that the one, I mean, there's ones that don't drink the blood, and then there's ones that do drink the blood. If you're drinking the blood, stay the fuck away from me.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, guys. I mean, it is.
I mean, I'm busting my mouth and stuff like that. I don't like the taste of my own blood. You know, like it's not something I want to be like, hey, I want that person's blood. Fuck that.
It's like all those people that get those crazy body modifications, like the horns and stuff, and their body rejects it.
Why?
I can't say too much about that because I've been wanting to split my tongue for a few years.
Well, that's really something that like your body won't reject though.
No, I legit looked into ways of doing it myself and getting it done. It's something that I do want to do.
So why? I mean, tell me what your brain says. The reason why you gotta have it.
Basically, no. Just I mean, it's women reasons. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just leave it.
Okay. Well, yeah, we don't even know about that because 56% of my fan base is actually women, guys. So,
well, I mean, that's what I was saying. You know, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Women reasons. You know.
Yeah. So I mean, yes. How about gauging your ears and stuff? How about that stuff?
I have my ears gauged. I've been at a 00 for about 10 years.
I mean, wow. Yeah, but those are like natural modifications. Like to me, those are natural modifications.
When you go above a 00, that's a 00. I gotta take mine out and it'll shrink back down to regular size.
Right.
When you go beyond that, that's when the scar tissue's beyond repairable by itself.
You can rip your earlobe.
Yeah.
The queen says, "Eyes make the lizard king."
I mean, hey, I just wanted to be honest. That's the whole reason.
There you go. Hey, that's what we like around here. Linda Wolf says, I use a model my look after them. I used to have a dark black hair, had pale white skin.
I can picture you like that.
You know what, Linda? I seen you and I was like, wow, you're a beautiful woman. You're a beautiful woman. I'm not saying that I'm married, so hey.
Linda's an awesome person, dude. Like I speak to Linda outside on Instagram, outside of YouTube. She's cool as hell, bro.
Very much so. Very much so. Barbie says
she has such an open mind.
Yes, she does. She does. Barbie says it's craziness. See, guys, I'll tell you what. I literally have no piercings. I have no rings. I don't wear my ring, guys. Yeah. I know that sounds bad, but I can't.
I know a lot of men that don't.
Not if you're secure.
I mean, I know I'm married. I'm secure with myself. My wife knows that, we've been together 13 years and she knows that I'm hers and that's all that should matter, guys.
Absolutely.
There's times she does not even wear her own ring. Right. And I'm not like, hey, I used to be like, hey, where's your ring at? Why ain't you wearing your ring? Yeah. Now it's just like, I know you're married. I'm married to you. We both come home to each other. You know where I'm out all day because you watch my videos. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know where you work. We got a daughter together, guys. So we are very.
I mean, all the ring symbolizes is you're married to someone else. Like someone else could see the ring and be like, "Oh, that person's married." But as long as y'all have the bond, y'all have the connection. That's all that matters.
Correct.
Y'all don't need to wear the ring around each other.
And I mean, back to, tattoos and stuff. I've heard some people actually, I'm not going to mention no names, but I heard some people talking about scribbles and stuff. Well, what I have to say about that is some of those scribbles actually mean a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm heavily tattooed. I have, last time I was getting an accurate count, it was over 50. And I mean, they cover my body, my neck, my back, my chest.
See, I have a lot of big tattoos. Like I have a dragon on my side that goes from my underarm halfway across my stomach and back.
That shit hurt, huh?
And yeah, and I got a tribal crossover on the right side that exact same way, totally filled in with black. I've got my stomach. I got if I take off my shirt, I've got a little spots where I actually add stuff too. But I am going to be getting my fingers done. I'm not sure what it's going to say, but I'm going to do it on my fingers, big letters. I always had a rule that I put nothing small on me because I'm a big guy. So, I mean,
me and Adam Calhoun actually have the same tattoos on our fingers. It says "Live Fat."
Wow. Oh wow. I mean, but as far as like piercings go, I've had my eyebrow pierced. I was loading cedar one time. Yes, I was a country boy, very much so, and still in my heart. I was loading cedar. What you do is you cut down cedar trees. You use a broomstick to measure out the length. You take the cedar logs, you throw them over your shoulders, and you walk them to the truck. There's 220 logs per load, and you usually do 2 to 3 loads a day. So if you add that up, you're either doing 720 or 470. Roughly, that's just off the top of my head, guys. So I don't know, but it's hard work. I was throwing a cedar log up one time and caught the eyebrow ring. It ripped it off. So I was done with that. Never had my tongue pierced. My ears aren't pierced. My ear is pierced on my left side, but guys, that was a long time ago. It's not pierced no more.
I have a dermal in my face.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay.
It's actually 2, but I only keep 1 in it.
Right. Well, I mean, at least you ain't got a doorbell thing to where you wave your hand in front of your doorbell and unlocks your door.
Right.
I mean, there is people out there doing that. You know that,
That'd
right?
be pretty dope.
You know there is people out there doing it, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Getting implants.
I don't believe in like the under the skin implant type shit. I know that's a dermal, it's the same implant, but it's visible above my skin. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the one you can't see under your skin.
Right. I mean, there's people out there actually getting chips put in their hand. That way they can rub it in front of their door and it unlocks it.
What happens when your house burns down? You know what I mean?
Right. What happens if that person's not around no more?
Exactly.
I mean, what are you going to do? Take the implant out of the hand? I mean, come on now.
Cut the hand off, carry it with you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things doesn't make sense, and I think a lot of people doesn't actually realize when they do something, they don't think about the future, guys. They're just thinking about the moment they're living in.
Right.
And I think that's a lot of what a lot of people does in this world is thinks about the moment that they're living in. You see,
the impulse of things.
And impulse buying. I mean, it goes on, guys. I mean, then you have Aquawoman. Amber Heard,
oh god,
trying to come back for seconds on Johnny Depp, basically.
That'll never happen.
And everybody's saying, leave Johnny Depp alone. Now she actually had people sign a petition, a piece of paper saying that she actually, got done wrong in that case.
Where?
Yeah,
in the case of Johnny Depp.
I mean, I don't see where she got done wrong. She did him wrong, and it was proven in court.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually
she don't have the money to pay up.
Right, and I done a video on that today. Popcorn Planet actually done a video. I reacted to it of Amber Heard, and she actually is trying to, get seconds on this whole thing. And a lot of people has signed a petition saying that she was done wrong in the case, even though we have audio footage and video footage proving what the woman has done is a lie.
Like I said, I only think she wants seconds on the case because she knows she can't pay up all that money she's supposed to pay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she wants another review of it all. I mean, that's the only reason I can see, because that was a weird ass woman. Bitch, take a shit on my bed. I'm filing for divorce too. I'm sorry.
Right.
I mean, guys, that is terrible to think of, but it is true. She actually did take a shit on the bed, and she meant to do every bit of it. It
I mean,
is
you
a
take
real
a shit on
thing.
my bed and chop my finger off, I'm filing for divorce too. Fuck.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
most literally
yeah.
shit the bed.
I mean, guys, and you know how it usually works in a relationship. If Johnny Depp is sitting here doing drugs, she's probably doing the drugs as well. But now she's
Oh, without a
seeing with
doubt.
now she's seen with the Aquaman himself, and they're actually doing another Aquaman, and they're actually flirting. She actually says that he likes her. He actually says that he feels the same way. But he come forward today, leaked a video of her drunk on set all the time.
Yeah, but not only that, I think she might be a little jealous of the chemistry Johnny had with his lawyer.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
If
I mean,
they
that
didn't hook up after that freaking trial, dude, something's wrong with him.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Johnny Depp is a cool guy. You know,
Yeah.
John. There's
Now, that goes
recording.
back. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's recordings of Johnny Depp saying, "No, I want to move on with this. Get
Yeah.
away from me." And you could hear her in the background doing nothing but screaming at him, telling him not to walk
Antagonizing
away
him.
from it.
Right.
That's
But
all
if
that
you ask
woman
me-
wanted.
If you ask me, that whole movie he did, Fear and Loathing, Love in Las Vegas, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
If you go and watch that movie's about adrenochrome.
About a what? Sorry.
Adrenochrome.
Hey, can you explain that? Like adrenochrome? Is that what you said?
Adrena-
Oh, you're cutting it out real bad.
Oh no.
It froze for me.
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, the adrenochrome, the shit that they say these celebrities are torturing the kids to drink their blood.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't read into that stuff. I
If
haven't
you go
read
and watch
into
that movie, like later on in the movie, that's the drug they're looking for. They're looking for adrenochrome.
Wow.
When I
That's
I
crazy.
seen that, I was like, hold the fucking phone. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And I mean, that movie was done in what, the early 90s?
Yeah, it's been a
Right.
minute since I've
I
seen that.
haven't even watched it. I haven't even watched it, guys.
You've never seen Fear and Loathing?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah,
No.
that's a trippy ass movie.
Yeah, with the bats and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to watch that. Yeah, I haven't watched that. Like that's something totally going to be new to me.
Yeah, they go through all of these drugs and shit, and they own different drugs, and then towards the end, they're searching for somebody that has adrenochrome,
Right.
and that's the highest drug they can get, you know.
Right.
But Johnny Depp's always gonna be an icon in my eyes, whether he did that movie or not.
Yeah, Johnny Depp is an icon, guys. Like that guy's the type of guy that can go to somewhere totally off the wall and attract millions of people to the spot he's at before he even knows that he's even there, guys. I mean, that's when you know you're at stardom in life, is whenever you could actually say, I'm going to go somewhere, and by the time you get there, you already got half of your fan base standing outside the store.
I mean, look at all of the people that were outside the courtroom every day for him, you know?
Every single day. Or better yet, whenever you could actually go to a place and the cops are scared to actually come because there's so many people there that they're afraid to actually, take up for Johnny Depp or something, you know. That's when you know you are a celebrity and a superstar, guys. It's like Post Malone. Post Malone goes places by himself, guys. Post Malone was at a concert the other night, about a month ago. He was walking around doing his struts and stuff. And, Post Malone cannot dance, guys. Plain and simple, he cannot. So he kind of looks weird when he's doing it, especially in his short shorts and stuff, guys. But that's always been Post Malone. Post Malone has always been that type, and he's not.
I just want to play beer pong with the dude.
So he actually trips and goes face first onto the stage. He hurts his ribs. He goes to St. Louis to the hospital. They take care of him. They release him. And he's sitting outside, and he does another YouTube short telling his fan base that he's okay. There's not very many celebrities out there that would do that after that happens, guys.
I mean, like the whole thing with Ryan Upchurch, there's certain individuals that'll let their fan base interact with them in a way that Ryan does, the way that Post does, that just lets you know they're human beings too at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Whether they go out in public with security guards or not, they're going to interact with their fans in a way other people aren't,
Jelly Roll and his wife are the same way.
Man, Jelly Roll's part of the reason I'm still alive today, straight up.
Yep, absolutely. I love him so much. I've met him twice, and he's amazing.
The thing about churches, guys, is the thing I come to love about church was this. He doesn't spend millions of dollars or $100,000 to set up for a concert or for his music videos, shall I say. He's one of the type of people that talks about putting red on his boots himself.
Yeah, you seen that, huh?
Not getting it made. I mean, that's what I respect about church, is because he is down to earth 100%. And you know what?
He's a human being just like us.
Some of these people go on to say on their lives that you'll never meet church, you'll never do this, you'll never do that. I don't really. That's not on my bucket list, guys.
Right? Whether I meet him or not, that's not going to change how I respect him. You know?
Would I like to meet him? Sure. Who would not? You see what I'm saying? Right. Just because, you know, I've started off doing music reactions of him. You know, it went further. He subbed to my channel. He's still a subscriber to my channel, and you know, I started getting more into his music. And him as a content creator, I said I respect 100%. That's the reason why I would like to meet Church. Now, am I the type to be a fanboy or something? No, I never have been.
They're saying in the chat, he dropped a song 30 minutes ago, and they were saying that we all three of us ought to do a reaction to it.
Yeah, he did. He did go live a few minutes ago.
Did he? Okay.
Or he uploaded something. That must have been what I got the notification for.
I don't think I even got a notification.
Yeah, I mean, I've been reading the chat. That's what they're saying. They said, Dark Messiah said we ought to do a reaction to it.
Huh.
I mean, I'm down to
I haven't done a reaction to Up Church. I haven't done a music reaction, and probably I started off doing music reactions before I got monetized and stuff. And yeah, I'm actually probably going to do a music reaction. I have that. I've been wanting to do that actually. So I mean,
let's do it right now, live on air, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm down.
If y'all up to it. Let me plug my phone in and put it on my little stand.
I wonder if it's the one that he was posting on Instagram today, because that was fire.
I don't know. I haven't heard it at all.
It was a snippet of like him and rapping to like Reba McEntire remix. Like it was phenomenal.
I will always and forever love Reba McEntire.
Oh my God, yeah. Absolutely.
I got a thing for redheaded women. Let me just say that. And Reba McEntire, let me tell you. I mean, I know she's getting a little older than, you know, my preference, but for a while there, no matter how many years it was passing by, Reba McEntire was getting better with Fine Wine. You know what I mean?
She's actually playing in a TV show right now.
Really?
Oh God, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it was some isn't she like a judge or something in the show?
No, she's oh Lord. She runs some kind of like big like camp type deal.
Oh.
What is that show? I watch it all the time and I can't. There's my freaking stroke brain.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, church is one of those people to where it's kind of, and a lot of people, you know what, in my state, I'm going to say this, and I've said it before, church is not all the way discovered, guys.
No, there's so much more to him.
So the chances of church blowing up more than what he's blowing up now is big.
Oh, without a doubt.
And if you look at music reactions, guys, church is everywhere when it comes to music reactions.
Oh, yeah. There's people that don't even listen to country rap that are reacting to his shit because they have I'm not gonna say they have no other choice, but they have no other choice than to give him some recognition because of what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they have choices of who else they could react to, but what he's doing, the ripples he's making, and you know the wave. I'm not gonna say ripples. I'm gonna say waves. The waves he's making, they have no choice but to acknowledge it. You know what I mean?
Right. And the mainstream media wants to sign him so bad, but in the meantime, they dog him at the same time because he won't sign. So
they ain't gonna get him.
I mean, and Church isn't going to give up. Church is independent. He's rich. Why would he give up all of his records, all of his songs? Because
I mean, the whole thing about that is he's standing with his morals on that more than anything. You know what I mean? He's standing by what he believes in, and there's not a soul in this world that's going to change that.
Absolutely.
And if you have anything negative to say about that, then you need to do some moral searching for yourself.
Absolutely. Soul searching. Yep.
You know, because if you're going to try to take someone's dignity away and, you know, take what they stand for away, then that's just, you know, fuck
it's
you.
crazy. It's crazy because Church is well-rounded. He's well-respected. Yes, he come in country and made country rap basically, well, what it kind of is today, in my opinion. you
Oh, he's
know,
definitely a factor. He's
oh
definitely a
yeah.
major factor.
I mean, that whole thing with him and Screwface whenever they was doing that was crazy. A lot of people let Screw had a pretty good sized fan base, and then Churches was like, look, I'm gonna give you a little bit, but that's it. And that's what he
Right.
did. He come forward, he put his mind out on his music, and that's when Church is the most dangerous, whenever he actually, lets his mind go on music or on a video, a YouTube video. That's whenever Church is the best at Church that we could actually
The
get.
fact he's out here saying what he wants to say when he wants to say it, that's the American way. You know what I mean? And if you against the American way, then you're against the American people.
Right. That's totally true. I mean, Linda Wolf says if veterans are giving him their dog tags and speaking volume and trust in his fans.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, his ice box or whatever it was, that was so funny, you guys.
Well, I like the fact that he does, receive these dog tags as a gift from the fans, but he never wears them.
Yeah.
And the fact he never puts them on shows his dedication to being an American citizen. Because that's just something you don't do. That's.
Well, I mean, guys, whenever somebody has to dog Church, it's almost a point of jealousy.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Like, who doesn't want to be rich, guys? For real, who doesn't want to be rich? Who doesn't want to have money? Who doesn't want to live paycheck to paycheck?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But just because someone has money doesn't make them a bad person, and does not make them, somebody that doesn't share their stuff, and somebody that doesn't have a heart. Right. And so, as far as I know, this stream the other day said that Church wouldn't give the shirt off his back no more. Well, Church gives away trucks.
Well, that was something I mentioned, in one of my videos. Just because I'm an Up Church fan and I respect what he, stands for and what he does, I don't feel he owes me anything for being a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here saying, hey, because I liked your videos and I did this and I did that, then you owe me something. No, you don't.
Right.
And I'm gonna keep respecting you and being a fan, knowing in my heart you don't owe me anything for my loyalty, being a fan.
All right, Dark Messiah, I'm sorry, bro. Hopefully your daughter gets better. Our prayers are actually with you and her or him, whichever one it may be. But
that's another thing. Like, he makes sure his whole family is good.
And he does. And for someone to go forward and talk about how his mom didn't get him out of a trailer park, and look at where he's at today. That's people living in a past that they have no idea what his life was like. All they know is about a documentary, and people does not pour all their life into a documentary, guys. There's things they want to talk about.
It's just ironic they mentioned out of a trailer park.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, and Church has done said that, look, there's things in my life that I want to talk about and things in my life I won't share. So, I mean, and that should be everybody.
And that should be respected.
And that should be well respected. And it is from me. I've always respected Church, Creek Squad. But there is people trying to use Creek Squad as crutches, and it sucks because, they're too afraid to be themselves, and it really sucks right now. So without going any more into that, I'm done with that subject. But facts. I mean, it's facts. So, I mean, back to as far as ghost goes, do you believe in like the afterlife?
I mean, yeah, I was gonna see a medium a while back, and then I canceled the appointment with it because I just got a weird feeling, not from her, but just about the topic in which I was seeking. I wasn't really seeking answers. I just wanted to know that my dad was still, somewhere, that he wasn't, stuck in, some dimension that he couldn't get out of. My father killed himself, and it bothers me. I mean, still to this day, it bothers me of the reason why and, what happened the days leading up to it and shit like that. And that was the only reason I was going to go to the medium. And then as it got closer to the appointment, I was just like, nah, I'm going to go ahead and cancel it, just because I didn't want to be given some information that was going to fuck with me even more. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, guys. And, this is a lot of things that we don't look into.
Right.
Whenever we go do that stuff, it's almost like, do we want to know anymore?
And then, like I said, that was the whole reason I canceled the appointment, because I didn't want to get some information that was going to bother me even more than what it already does,
Yeah. I mean, what did Phoenix say here? Phoenix says 10 years ago on tour, I died 14 minutes crossed over. Wow, that's crazy. I've heard of there's all kinds of people who does that too.
See,
It's
not
crazy.
enough. No, I'm not doing that song.
I died 3 times and I don't remember shit.
Right. I mean,
Well, hey guys, I do hear my bed calling my name. I've been over here yawning like a bitch.
all right, bro. All right, yeah.
I'll still be listening, but I'm going to lay down.
All right, bro.
Alrighty.
Have a good one.
All right, you too, man. Take it easy.
Yeah, you too.
He just popped out like a ghost.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as ghost guys go, as far as afterlife guys go, there's people that says they see what they see, and there's people say there's nothing. And it's kind of like this world. We don't know what's going to come next. We can be outside having fun time with our family and a bullet hit us, just like Takeoff, you know? And there's people that goes on to say and speculate that Takeoff was in a bad ordeal at the time. But you know, there's so much things we can speculate about all this stuff. So I'm actually going to do some reading on some of this stuff more tomorrow. And then I'll have another live probably tomorrow again. And I'll let you guys know in a community post. I'm not sure what time tomorrow. I may do it a little later, around 10 o'clock tomorrow. Give my daughter time to get to bed. My wife came home today and I jumped straight in here, guys. So I haven't even got to see her, say hi, hardly anything. So, but anyways, guys, it is crazy, guys. So I'm going to get off. Scuba Sam, you got anything else to say?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, so I wanted to actually, since we have people in here, I actually wanted to raid someone's channel. But what we're going to do is this. They have to be basically live to raid their channel. Yeah. And the person I wanted to actually raid their channel and provide them subscribers is not actually on live right now. Oh, so man. This is what I wanted to do, guys. Do we know who Little Payday is?
Yes, we do. I love Hello Man.
Okay. I like him too. I think he's genuine. I think he's a very genuine kid. And everything else. Let me go to his channel real quick. Little Payday. And the channel we boosted the other day, which was
Shade.
Yeah, Shade Dark 86. His channel is actually at 220 subscribers right now, and it was at 28. So he's actually at 220.
That's what I like to hear.
That is, guys, that's awesome, because a lot of YouTubers are afraid to share their subscribers. That's the reason why they're afraid to have people on panels. They're afraid to do all this stuff and that stuff.
Right.
And guys, I say love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself for a reason.
Right.
People respect who you are and staying true to what you are and staying true to how you started your channel. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go to Little Paydays now, if I can find it.
I'm never going to be anything but myself.
And that's how it should be, guys. Never change what you guys are doing. Plain and simple. You guys are awesome.
I just think I just got to find something to talk about, because talking to myself is so freaking weird.
Little Payday. I can't find his channel for some reason, guys.
Little Payday 69.
Is it Little Payday 69? Okay,
yeah.
So Little Payday 69. Has everybody got their phones out here? Go over to Little Payday's channel. I'm already subscribed, actually. So
yeah, me too.
But Little Payday 69 is actually his channel. So everybody go show him some love. Let's actually try to boost his channel at least up to 700. It's at 689 right now. So 700. Remember, subscriptions actually don't cost anything, guys. And I'm here to actually share everything I have. I've said that before. I'm true to everybody on here. You guys are my family. Absolutely. So let's try to boost his channel up to at least, did I say 700? Yeah, at least 700. Yep. So that's 10 subscribers, guys. Yep. And Ghost Devil says I'm already subscribed. The Queen Little Payday is separated. Yes, so it's Little Payday and then 6ix9ine together. So Little is separated from Payday 6ix9ine. I wonder why he put 6ix9ine. Is that for the rapper 6ix9ine? I want to know that.
I don't know.
I mean, the little dude's awesome, guys. I mean,
he's the same age as my son.
Yeah, he talks to
Captain Kurt.
Captain Kurt. He talks to Father and Son Reacts.
Yep,
guys. I mean, it is awesome. What is up, Jack? What is up? So if anyone ever, if you guys wasn't here, we're actually going to subscribe to Little Payday. So it's Little Payday, and then it's space day 69. So go sub to his channel. We're actually, if he was live, we'd raid his live. So I will get some lives that we could actually raid and go actually do this all together. And we could be on camera and use our phones to go raid the channels and be in the chats and stuff. So what I'm going to do is actually go to Little Payday's. I'm actually going to go to his comments. And I'm actually going to put something in his comments. I guess I got to click on a video though. Okay. So I'll click on a video. So he has a video, CCR 16 bar challenge. He did it a day ago. It has 198 views. So I'm actually just going to go to his comments here. And I'm going to say something like,
you've been love slapped by Red Rebel Nation.
Red Rebel Nation showing love. I'm just going to say that. Red Rebel Nation showing love. All right. I'm going to send that to him in his comments. Then I'm going to back out. And I'm actually going to show you guys. I actually did type that. It's right.
Is that real?
There up top. Yeah. It's real. So yes. So guys, this is what I want to do and stuff. I want to find some people that's live and do this to them and go in their chats and just tell them who we are and just show them love for a minute and just bounce. That's all I want to do. So
I can't go live yet, but I will get there one day.
So he is at 693 right now, guys. 693.
That was quick.
So we had that many in that time. Like I said, Shade Darker 86 went from 28 to 210, I do believe it was, in a day. So this is actually what we want to do, is share our love and share our subscribers, guys. And a lot of people is afraid to do this, but I am not. I'm comfortable with my subscribers, my fan base, my commenters, whatever else you guys may want to call yourself. So let's see what he's at now. He's still at 693. So what I say he was at 689?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're almost there. So 694 he's at. So yes, he will be there. So what I'm going to actually go back and do, and you guys put something in his comments too as well. You know, say, hope you enjoy the subs. Your channel was rated or something. So I'm just going to put I'm going to put, bro, your channel has been rated. He's going to be like, what? My channel's been rated. Where your channel has been rated. Check your subs.
Boom.
Done. Okay, so I said, bro, your channel has been rated. Check your subs. It's up top. So there we go. We have it. We've done this again today, guys. Like I said, every time I'm on a panel, I want to do this to someone's channel. Plain and simple. That's how we roll. Karma is good karma, guys. If we put out good karma, we get back good karma. And I want to actually say that our group, our family is very, very well-rounded and is definitely, you know, a family on YouTube. 100%, guys. So, and with that being said, guys, go to Little Payday 69's. Put it in the comment. Red Rebel Nation has rated your channel. Check your subs. You even say hashtag Creek Squad. Creek Squad is our family as well, guys. Creek Squad is the one that got me here, so they will always be my family, and I will always stick up for Creek Squad. 100%, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here. Scuba Sam, you got anything to say?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, I'll see you guys. Scuba Sam, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
All right, later, girl. Have a good one. All right, guys. Yes, that's what I want to start doing. I actually want to start rating people's channels. I will find some, I think I got dry skin. I'm not sure, guys. Anyways, I'm actually going to find some people to actually raid live. It'll be so much fun. I will look doing that tomorrow. We will do that tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We will do that the first thing off the bat. We will actually go to someone's channel. And what we'll do, I will tell you guys the channel. You guys could use your phones, whatever, to go to that channel. We can watch each other put messages in that chat. Stay in there about 15 minutes, talking to the people. And then, but I want to at least have, 30 people in here at one time before we go do that. That way we can boost it at least 15, 20. And then basically just tell them who we are and just back out and be done with it, guys. So we are here to share things, especially blessed things, guys. But anyways, I'm actually going to get out of here, you guys. I love you guys. I will be back at 10 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. I will let you guys know a topic in the community post tomorrow as well. But anyways, your boy Deuces, I'm out. Thank you guys. Have a good one.